streaming. Microphone on. Why is my face not there? Oh, am I there? Right.
Okay.
And now I'm watching you.
So, hold on a minute. Hold on.
Hello, everyone, and welcome. If you've just joined us, let us just get this sorted out. And now I'm watching you. Speak.
Okay.
Yep. I can hear you, and they can hear me. Can you hear me?
I think there's a bit of a delay.
Delay is fine. How much of a delay?
Oh, bollocks.
Oh dear.
Hello?
Hello. Hello. I think we've got a delay here, folks. Just a heads up to people why the stream is late. We forgot about the stupid rule on YouTube that if you haven't live streamed before, you have to wait 24 hours before you could do it when you try to do it the first time, which is absolutely ridiculous. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? I don't think we've got this quite right, have we? Don't worry, we will sort this out, everybody. Feel free to offer suggestions in the chat. Well? Bailey, EPR, HQ1. Try it this way then, I guess. You haven't done it right. End your live stream and messenger call me, and we'll do it through a messenger call. And end the call. I think we've got this, folks. End the call. Can you even hear me now?
Sure, hang on.
End the call. End the call. End your live stream and call me on messenger, and we'll do it that way.
Balls, hold on.
End the live stream. You can't start a video call when you're live streaming.
Right, got it. Okay, so, end live video.
Right. Now call. Go away. Don't need to hear it on two devices. Oh, what the f... Wait. What's happening?
Right, I've ended the live stream
Okay.
and I've started the video. There was a massive delay. There was like a 3 minute delay.
Right. I think. Oh, what's happening now?
I've got no idea.
Oh wait, hold on. Where's the call? I was just on the call with you. Now you've gone. Oh wait, is that it? Something went. Oh, this is such a fucking ball ache. To the 6 people watching this all fall apart, feel free to chip in with ideas on how to fix this. Fucking stupid YouTube. I knew I should have just used that fucking app website that I found weeks ago. What's this that it's showing here? What the fuck's this? I don't even know what... Yeah, try again. But I don't think it's going to work. Hold on, let me see. Hold on.
Mm-hmm.
Right, you're on screen, on the stream.
Okay, that's good. Can anybody hear me?
Right, you talk, then I'll talk.
Right. Okay.
Yep, you're hearable. Am I hearable? Hello, hello. Yeah, I'm hearable. Right. Obviously, I'm playing the stream on my phone, so... Right. Hopefully that's it working now. Right, anyway, right. Should we just begin? After all that.
Right, I'm still...
What?
I can hear you, but I can hear like... I'm hearing you now, but I'm also hearing the delayed live stream.
What do you mean? Is that because
It's
I'm
like
playing it
I
on
can
my phone? I've turned the volume off now.
Hold on.
You're not watching...
Yeah, there we go. It's coming up on the...
What?
Hold on. Right. How about now?
My sound's fine. I can just hear you.
Can you see me on the screen?
Yeah.
Right. I've had to close the live stream on YouTube because what was happening was I was hearing you talking to me now through this call, and I was also hearing the podcast.
Oh, right.
I see.
I see. Right. Yeah.
I was hearing you in the podcast like 40, 50 seconds prior to this. At
Right.
the same time as hearing you now. So I can't see you now. I can't see the podcast. I've had to leave it, but we found a way that I can actually appear to you. So
Right. You're on your computer now, aren't you?
I am, yeah.
Have you got your phone next to you?
I have.
Right. Do you want to join the stream on YouTube on your phone and put it on silent so that you can keep up with the chat?
Yeah.
Because Callum's...
Yeah, good idea, yeah.
Callum's just left a message, and I think you should read it yourself. Because
hold on a minute. Hold on.
It'll make sense to you as well as me.
Oh, bloody buggery bollocks. Hold on. Give me a second. Right. Volume right down. And I think...
Everyone can hear you and see you, which is great.
Right, okay. Praise be to Polly.
There you go.
Polly want a cracker. What's on your mind, monkey butt?
You know, starting to read that thread when I found it, it was very strange, but then when I got to the end, it made sense. and I was fully into.
Yeah,
I was fully on board. I was googling fucking empty churches at the end, trying to find us a venue.
Oh dear, that was hilarious.
It was. Right, anyway, we finally got it started after all that palaver. I mean, I completely forgot about the fact that the first time you try and stream on YouTube, they do make you wait another 24 hours. It is ridiculous, isn't it?
It is. I had no idea that was even a thing. No idea.
No,
Otherwise,
honestly,
I would have done it yesterday.
I forgot about it because it's obviously the first time you stream on YouTube. You're only going to do that once, and it's a long time ago since I did it for the first time, so I just completely forgot. Anyway, so I better introduce this now that it's working. So welcome. Oh, by the way, I've thought of a quick rudimentary name for this. So this is amazing.
Okay.
It took me all of like 5 seconds to think of this, so it's amazing. So welcome everyone to the first ever episode of, get this, the Yorkshireman podcast. Woo! Sachi and Sachi must be quaking in their boots. Yeah, I know. I'm so creative. Anyway, welcome everyone to this first ever episode of the Yorkshireman podcast, and I am super stoked to be joined by. Introduce yourself.
Oh, hi. I'm the reason it's delayed.
Yeah, I'm sure we can forgive you for that. Yeah, we're joined here by Mikey, who is, well, to put it in simple terms, an absolute legend. He's been on the channel for, how long would you say now in terms of months?
Following the channel. I actually found you last... On yours?
Yeah, since you found me, yeah.
I found you last Christmas Eve.
Last Christmas? Blimey. There you go. And you found me through the Catherine Tate video, didn't you?
Yeah, I was just scrolling through, just as you do of a night. It was about, it was early hours Christmas Eve. It was like 1 a.m. Christmas Eve.
Yeah,
and I was just scrolling through just as you do. And I've seen a few reactors, but I'd never heard of you. And it was just there. I just saw Nan in that hospital bed, and I thought, you know what? This is hilarious. And I saw you in the corner. I thought, you know what? He looks normal.
I look normal. Yeah, that's a compliment. I'll take it. I'm happy with that.
Well, you didn't have the old LED lights in the background.
Oh, I see. Yeah, not all tarted up. Just a basic background, wallpaper, and that's it, and a sofa. Exactly. And a bed that a dog sits on sometimes.
No. You were downstairs.
Oh, in the kitchen.
Your dining room, I think.
Yeah. Oh, right. Oh, it was that long ago. Yeah. Right. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And I saw, like I said, I saw Nan, and I saw the name, the Yorkshireman Reacts, and I thought, hey, do you know what? I love me a bit of Yorkshire talk, Joe. And I thought, I got to click this.
Well, it was that long ago, Christmas Eve.
Yeah.
This year it's just gone so quick, and you forget how quick it's gone. You sort of pick out a reference point that tells you how long it's been since a certain thing happened, and you're just like, wow, that happened that long ago. Yeah, so you've been on the channel almost a year then, and since then you started. Obviously, it always starts with comments, and Mikey's comments were always long, detailed, very thorough, full of compliments, and we also had a laugh in those comments, even though we weren't talking directly. But then I can't exactly remember how it happened, but we got to the point where we started talking on Messenger, on Facebook, didn't we? And from that, it just kind of, if you want to put it in terms of the friendship, it just kind of snowballed, didn't it? We found out we've got so much in common. We both love Miranda, we both love Gimme, 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 and all that kind of thing. And
Gimme, Gimme, Gimme was how it started. The first time we interacted, it was Christmas Day.
Yeah.
So I'd obviously found you Christmas Eve, then Christmas Day. I thought, I got to watch some more. And I saw you done Gimme, Gimme, Gimme. And because it was Christmas, the first one I watched was Millennium.
Yeah.
And I left a comment, and I thought, do you know what? Because, normally you comment on someone's video, you think you're never going to hear from them. You're going to get about 5 likes from total strangers.
Yeah.
That's what I thought was going to happen. But literally within 10 minutes, kid you not, everybody watching, listening. Yeah, there was a reply.
I don't even remember this. I don't remember it being that quick. Really well.
Yeah, because I was in my room, and then when I left my room to go and sit down and go and sort out my food, and then I just saw that you replied this quick, and I thought, geez.
Yeah.
So yeah, there it was,
Oh.
and that's how it started. More comments came, and then of course we've just bonded through these comments.
And we really
Endlessly
have. We really have. I mean,
yes, we have.
we talk. I mean, this is no word of a lie. Everybody watching, we talk to each other every day, don't we?
We did.
I don't think there's been a single day in like the last. It must be 4, 5, 6 months now where we haven't spoken to each other even briefly. We talk every day about all sorts of things. Pretty much every day we'll talk about what we're doing in terms of our own content in some to some degree. But yeah, it's just since we started chatting on Messenger, every single day we'll talk, and when that started, obviously I was doing what I was doing, and you was watching that, and you were doing the stories that you illustrated and did the artwork for. Now,
oh god, that feels so long ago now.
It does, doesn't it? And you know what? in terms of all the content that you've changed to making up to this point, those stories, even though it's so long ago and so, you know, at the beginning of this journey, if you like, of your making content, they didn't.
Yeah.
Compared to everything else, is it all right if I say that they didn't do great?
They flopped.
But I actually enjoyed them.
Yeah.
Do you know what it was about them stories for me? It was the fact that you were writing them all yourself and you were doing all the artwork for them. Like, it wasn't something, it wasn't just a video that you were talking about. It was fully self-made and you were putting real work into it. And I thought it was really unfair how they didn't take off. And that's why I recommended that you put them on TikTok, didn't I?
You did, yeah. But I think the biggest failing of those was that they had to be read.
Yeah.
And because they were realistic stories, some of the speech bubbles and stuff that was being said, it went on for quite a while, to the point where when I was editing it, I was trying to work out how long each frame should be on screen for.
Yeah.
And you know, that was so difficult because although I was reading it, it's a speed I thought was okay. I thought, okay, 18 seconds, one frame, that would do.
Yeah.
I have to keep in mind, everyone reads at different speeds.
That's it, yeah.
So,
no, people read it different, yeah.
Yeah, and of course, trying to make stories about younger characters, it was really hard to try and, you know, get the right kind of dialogue. I wanted to make it as true to life as possible.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, I wanted to include swear words. I mean, as you notice, one of the stories had a bit of a, shall we say, more quite promiscuous end almost.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, there was, you know, I'm not going to quote it because I'm but yeah, I wanted to make it a bit more true to life. But again, because it was animated, I think people went in with other expectations. But you never know.
I loved that it was animated. I loved that. I thought, you know, you put real work into it, and it really annoyed me that they didn't take off, because you know, it is rare that content like that you put that much work in doesn't get at least a bit of reach, and it did annoy me. That's why I recommend you put them on TikTok, because I wanted to see them get at least a few, just a bit of, you know, traction. Because you'd earned that through making the damn things.
Yeah. That's what I felt exactly the same, because it took so long. I could take like 3 days. And when I say 3 days, I mean like 3 nights. I would use my night time to sit and draw it, sometimes an afternoon if I had one spare.
Yeah.
And it would just take so long, because obviously doing every character, they have to look as close as they possibly can in every single frame. Tricky details like hands. I've been drawing all my life, ever since I was a little kid. I'm a fair drawer, but I cannot draw hands.
Right.
So sometimes that was really tough and it'd take forever. And do you know what? I was halfway through one, actually, and I thought, do you know what? I'm just going to stop this because no one is watching them.
Yeah.
But to be fair, at that time,
you just get to that point, don't you, where you're like, the amount of work I'm putting in isn't worth it for the response.
Yeah.
It's not an easy decision to make.
No, definitely not. No, not when it's, because it's my baby. You know, those characters were mine from like 2007.
I know they meant a lot to you.
Variations, different variations of those characters have existed in my mind since like 2007. And they've flopped originally on Facebook. I originally drew them for Facebook in 2021.
Yeah.
And again, same problem, but these were hand drawn. These weren't drawn digitally. I drew these by hand.
Yeah.
And then digitally added the speech bubble, so it was twice the work.
Yeah.
But
Little lockdown project, was it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
actually it was. Yeah, I was just sat there doodling one night, and before I knew it, I just created one character, and I thought,
A lot of
I had a couple
creativity
more,
came
and I
out of
just
that
drew them.
period.
Yeah, I mean, they were a bit stereotyped. You know, you had the spiky head boy, you had the massive chested girl, the
Yeah.
dog girl that everyone's scared of, the little skinny scouser. Yeah, I'm worried that they were a bit of a stereotype.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? They were stereotypes.
There aren't enough people taking risks with that kind of stuff, so
No.
don't worry about that
Yeah.
stuff.
But it's not the end. I could revisit it one day. You never know.
Well, you know what? I tell you what. Once you've been doing this for a certain amount of time and you've built your audience up, I would definitely consider reintroducing them, because
Yeah.
you did put a lot of work into them, and they do deserve a lot more attention.
Yeah.
So let's have a look at just a couple of comments. Yeah, Callum said that he found me from my still game reactions. Yeah, I remember, Callum.
Oh yeah.
And then you joined the Patreon, didn't you? And it was on Still Game Bottom, the young ones. He was basically, anytime I asked a question during a reaction, you were the one that answered it, weren't you, Callum? So it was like a virtual wingman for stuff that I didn't know or understand. So yeah, shout out to Callum James for being a long-time supporter on the Patreon, and for always having me back with stuff that I didn't know. So thank you to Callum, and also Suddenly Frogs for also being a loyal... Wait, you are on the Patreon, aren't you, Suddenly Frogs? I think you are. Yeah, you are. So shout out to you, and you also asked, wasn't it Stanley who couldn't draw? I'm not sure.
Stanley couldn't draw feet.
Oh, yeah, there's the love art thing over the... Oh, right. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know about what he couldn't draw. I just know that he did the...
I don't know on that score either, personally.
No, I've no idea. But you also said you found my bottom gas... I love the titles of the episodes. You know that you...
That sounds so wrong.
Yeah, you found my bottom gas video. Blimey, what have I been making?
What have you been making?
I know.
Where can I find it?
Oh dear.
Where can I find it? That sounds funny.
Yorkshireman OnlyFans account. Rumour started. Oh no, actually no. Who wants to see that? Do you mean my bottom gas video or Mikey's? Because we're both doing bottom now, and he's done gas. So.
For anyone who's just joined, we're talking about the TV program. This is not.
Yeah. I think they'll get
out
that.
Of context. This would sound weird. Sorry, I really need to.
Do you know what? It's funny. The podcast that I follow the most, I watch them every day. Somebody has started a channel taking clips from their podcast, and it's called Out of Context. So if someone ends up doing that with this, that'll definitely make it onto a video, won't it? Oh dear. Anyway, so I want to move on to something else now, because obviously Mikey's here as well. You're the first guest on the first podcast, and I think that's how it should be. Because so we got to the point where we started talking on Messenger. You were doing your illustrations with the stories, and then you moved on to making YouTube poops, didn't you?
I did. After watching you react to Mad Hagrid about 9,000 times.
Yep. Oh, is that?
Because I couldn't resist.
Right. Okay. I knew that you'd watched that, but not that much.
Yeah.
We
it
just
was one of those
watching those.
Yeah, because it was just so funny. Especially, do you remember like the beginning of the first one? Did your mum tell you to shut up?
Yeah, she did.
I think I think the door fell on Filcher's cat, and you were like. And I just heard someone go, "Shut up!"
Yep, that was her. Yeah,
and then you just stop. You stop with the loud laughter.
Yeah,
yeah. It's been silenced.
Yep, I was silenced.
But yeah, they were just so funny, and there were so many quotable moments in those.
Oh God! What is it?
I thought,
please be aware of caretaker Mr. Filch desires students, and then they just put his face like. They were brilliant, and you know the guy that made those, when he made the latest one before I reacted to it, he shared it, and you know I knew that was coming.
Mm-hmm.
The latest one that he made, and I was so looking forward to it. He's so funny. Was it Jay Clayton who did? I think it was Jay Clayton. Yeah. the Mad Hagrid series that he did, it was just so funny. I have no idea where he got the ideas for the gags that he did in those, but it was so good. I'm so glad I found
Well, do you
those.
know what? I'm wondering if I might be able to shed a little bit of light on there, because obviously that's what inspired me to do the ones that I made.
Yeah.
And I got my inspiration by watching and listening for opportunities.
Right.
And what the key for it with me, because mine were all sort of adult humoured, so obviously with the Mad Hagrids in a lot of places,
Yeah.
I had to switch my dirty I had to switch my dirty mind on and just listen out for every opportunity for any kind of innuendo
Yep.
when they were when that was the theme. But when I was doing the Linda Phones people,
They were brilliant.
Linda Phones everyone.
Oh my god, they
I
were
was
brilliant.
And I still watch your reaction to that. I watched that actually last week.
Yeah.
'Cause
Did you?
Yes, I did.
They were absolutely
But yeah,
brilliant. Those.
I was just listening out for any time that she said a celebrity name,
Yeah.
because quite a few get dropped in that series, you know, because with Tom being an actor, there's loads of talk of famous people.
Yeah.
So many people he mentioned so many times.
Our obsession with Liam and
yeah. Oh, my lovely Liam.
Lovely Liam.
Hello, is that Liam? Oh, well, put your husband on then.
Yeah.
That's got to be my favourite one. My favourite gag that I did there was put your husband on then. That was such a golden opportunity. Vile Patsy. That and Leonardo DiCaprio. I had a family on that boat.
Yep.
Yeah.
If anybody hasn't seen them, by the way, go and watch them because they are hilarious.
I'm quite proud of them.
You'll find a link to Mikey's channel in the description of this. So go check them out if you haven't seen them.
Mm-hmm. Sorry, I'm hijacking your course here.
Hijacking my what?
The course. Like, you've obviously planned this out. What you're going to do?
Oh,
I'm hijacking it.
right.
So?
No, I'm glad that you're able to wax lyrical. But yeah, what I was going to say is, so you started making those YouTube poops, and I reacted to one, and it did quite well, didn't it? In terms of
it did. You reacted to 3.
Yeah, but I remember the first one, reacting to the first one, it did really well to say that the people who wait for my content to pop up on their channel, on their feed or whatever, I'd reacted to something that, you know, they wouldn't have, they'll have only seen your name in comments, and only a limited amount of people would have seen your name. So the fact that so many people watched it, I was so glad about that. Yeah, that was really good. I was so happy that happened. But yeah, those gimme YouTube poops that you did, they were so funny. I watched them a lot. They are really, really good. And then you started posting them on TikTok as well. And they did really well on there, and I was glad to see that. But what I want to get to is what we're here for. Because you took another jump and started reactions.
I did.
And I don't know how many times it was that I suggested that you try it, but I'm really glad that you did, because it's done well so far, hasn't it?
It has. Yes, it's done. Sorry, it's done ridiculously well. I mean, as for how many times you asked me to do it, do you know, I lost count after the first 500.
Yeah.
And
I was just I knew you'd be good at it. I just knew it.
Well, you weren't wrong.
I still feel
a bit like I need to make it more my own. You know, I still feel like I'm kind of mirroring what you do, but that's because I know it works. I will obviously find a way to make it more my own as it progresses.
Yeah. That'll come.
It's gone really, really well. I can't believe it. I mean, the first ever one I did was the first episode of Still Gaming. And do you know what? When I was recording that, I was so scared. I thought, do not, you know.
Yeah, the nerves.
Because I just thought, you know, why would people want to watch me? I've never done this before. Why should people watch me?
That's exactly what I thought. I still think that sometimes when I'm starting a new series.
Yeah.
That won't disappear. You'll just get better at ignoring it.
Do you know what? You asked me to write some questions for you. That was one of them, and I'm now even more worried. Thank you.
Oh, don't worry, because you know what? Honestly, you will just get so good at ignoring it because you'll know that it doesn't matter because people are watching you. So just think about them.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, it's gone so well so far. I mean, obviously the views have varied. I mean, I've noticed one of my
Yep.
still games has had well over 300 views, while so many of the others are still in just over 100. So I'm thinking at one point I might go and watch that back and just see if there's anything about that one that made it particularly
There isn't.
watchable. It's probably
I
just the
promise you,
episode.
there isn't. I have the same thing with every show I've ever done or ever will do. Different episodes get different views. It's just the fans. It's the episodes that they like the most, that they want to see people react to the most. But eventually, they will all catch up. They'll all end up with a decent amount of views. That's just how that works. You can't change that.
Yeah.
You haven't done anything wrong.
Oh, no, that's all
Put
right,
it that way. You know.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I just wanted to see if there was anything like I did, like, because I think a couple of them have made like the odd joke, so I thought maybe that's got the laugh.
I've watched every reaction that you've put out so far. The only issue with any of them was the first episode of Still Game. Yeah, it was a bit quiet, but apart from that, you haven't done anything wrong in terms of what you've said. It's not that. They just get different views. That's how it works. That's how this whole thing works. I've always had that with my videos. That's just how it works. So don't worry about that. No problem.
Well, that's a lot comforting. No, I was going to say that's a lot more comforting to know that it's just down to what episode it is.
Yeah, I'm glad to know that is, because it's just the facts. Sean Elliott says, "All right, lads, thank you both for keeping us entertained." You're very welcome, Sean.
Very, very welcome.
Thanks for watching both of us.
Woohoo.
So, yeah.
By the way, can I just say I'm not...
Oh, go on.
Sorry, I'm only getting so many messages come through. It might be a bit of a delay. I don't know. We'll just see. But I'll, if you bring them up, I'll chip in.
You haven't missed any other questions.
Oh, that's all right. Then. Well, thank you anyway for, it's nice to entertain.
Yeah. Yep.
Something I never thought I'd be doing. Put it that way.
You haven't missed anything. So there is a question that I did want to ask you. I mean, I've already asked you this sort of, but not fully. So up to now, everything that you've started Still Game, Bottom, and you've done 3 DMAS reactions.
Yes.
Yes. 3. Right. So putting the DMAS reactions aside for a second, what's been your favourite moment reacting to those shows? Like it can be a moment that the show produced. It can be a moment that you produced. Like it can be your favourite joke that you made. It can be anything. But what's your favourite moment from reacting to those shows? And I think I've got an idea what it might be, but I'm going to let you go first.
I need to try and answer you without bursting into fits of laughter because this will go on forever if I do.
Yeah.
Favorite Still Game moment, obviously the piss pot, that was up there. But I'm sorry, I'm waiting for something to. Sorry.
I think I know what you're going to say.
I'm waiting for something to. I'm sorry.
You're waiting for what?
Focus, you're a professional. Something to trump the arrival of Edith.
Really?
Yeah.
That
was what I was going to say.
No, that is not what I had in mind. I thought you were going to go for Eyes As We Do Da.
Oh, no, Joe, that was up there.
Yep.
That is up there.
Oh, it was certainly up there in terms of reactions because you lost it. As did I. I mean, that moment, it's just so unexpected, isn't it? Just comes out of nowhere.
I think a few more seconds on camera, it might have been up there in another way.
Yep. No doorbell ringing. That definitely would have been the case.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, God. I love that moment. I'll never forget that. It's so good. But really, Edith.
Yes. Edith is the top moment for me at the minute, just because you just see like this, because obviously you know that it's not going to be this absolutely
stunner,
refined, attractive older woman.
Yeah.
You just know that's not going to be the case. It's a sitcom.
Yeah.
So you've already got this idea in your head of who was going to be getting off the bus. Mm-hmm. But I did not expect that getting off the bus.
Nobody did. I'll tell you, nobody did.
Then 4 teeth like squares of dairy milk. It was just ridiculous. And then I'm watching her and I'm looking at her mannerisms.
I'm sorry. Just squares of dairy milk. I've never heard it put like that before. Oh my
that's
God.
just what I saw. But then, of course, when they go
Mum.
into the pub and it's what do you want, and she's like, pint of Guinness. And I'm
Pint of
like,
Guinness.
oh God, how could it get any worse? But
Yep.
it did.
It carries on. Yep, it does.
I'm not going to ask for any spoilers, but please tell me she comes back.
I will not spoil anything except confirm to you that she does.
Well, that's all right. That's all I wanted you to do. So, yeah, she comes back. That's something to look forward to.
Yep.
Just don't tell me when. I want it to be a surprise.
No, I won't.
Yeah.
Don't worry, I won't. But Edith will return.
Yeah. As for, Bottom, I'm really enjoying that. The only downside with Bottom for me, though, is the editing. It takes a long time, which is why I'm never really rushed to get that one done. I mean, I'm going to get better at it, obviously. I'm planning actually on doing another one of those later tonight. I normally go, I normally do my recording late at night.
Because the next episode is a really good episode, so that's great to hear.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm thinking of doing one of those later. But yeah, it's just when I sit and think about it, I think it's the editing. Because for some reason, a still game with no editing can be uploaded in about 37 minutes. A Bottom with editing takes about an hour and 3/4. And that is time most nights where I'm just going, do you know what? I don't think I'm going to be up in an hour and 3/4. That's just uploading. That's not processing. That's not copyright checking. That is just uploading. So I'm looking and I'm going, oh, it's going to take forever. And so I just think, no, I'm not going to do it. But I will. I am going to continue. I need to get more of those out there because I actually watched one of yours last night, the first ever episode.
Right.
I finished this. I've been watching a series, and I watched the last episode of it last night. And I thought, you know what can I watch? I don't want to start anything new, so I went over to the Patreon and I was watching that episode. And watching you watch it made me think, do you know what? I need to carry on with this because obviously it will be worth the messing about and the editing. Of course, it will. I just need to manage that better.
It will,
because I think what I need to do where Bottom is concerned is I need to record that earlier in the day.
Right.
And then let my recorder do it with the writing and the music and then upload it in the evening. Because then it doesn't matter if it's 2 hours. I'm watching TV anyway. So I think that's how I need to. I think it's just going to be a matter of self-discipline, just altering my schedule just for that program. And I'll be able to do a lot more of it on a lot bigger scale.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah.
But yeah, my top moment for that program is obviously the bathroom fight.
Yeah, classic. Get some pliers then.
Yeah. Don't, because that actually makes me want to hold my nose and scream.
Oh, I know, it's awful, isn't it? Yeah. Oof.
Yeah.
Oh.
And do you know what? When you're on about top moments from me, I'm one of these people where I think of the perfect thing to say long after the situation is over.
Same here. I have that every reaction I do. I always think of the best joke after I've finished recording. It's a bastard, isn't it? Every time. Yeah. I'm not even joking. Every reaction. Every time.
Yeah,
I hate it.
Well, I had one with Bottom, and I still think about it. Like last night when I was watching yours, you know, the Johnny machine.
Yep.
And it's cheese and onion.
Cheese and onion. Yeah.
In my reaction, and what I actually said was, cheese and onion breath was enough to put me off.
Oh, I remember that. Yeah.
And after that, after I'd finished recording it, I wish to God I'd have sat there and gone and said this. Cheese and onion breath is enough to put me off. Never mind cheese and onion knob.
Oh, well, do you know what did you actually say?
I actually said that cheese and onion breath was enough to put me off.
Yeah, right. It's funny you should say that because when you said that, I didn't say what you just said you wish you'd have said, but I thought something pretty much along the same lines. You know?
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
God, it's so weird how similar our senses of humour are. It's so scary.
It is, and that just goes to show just how much that we have bonded, and it proves how we've bonded. Because people might be thinking, you don't know each other, you're only on the internet. This is why, because we've had comedy and we do. Laughs and
we know each other.
Yeah.
Everybody watching.
Honestly, it can be...
We do. We know each other very well.
Just random point in the middle of the day, he'll send me a little video of himself going, I'm not northern anymore.
Yeah. We love that
gag.
That
was a nice,
We love that gag.
Yeah, we do. We do.
You know, a part of me wishes that I'd never watched Miranda. I'd love to be able to react to it, but I can't.
Well, do you know what, actually? You know, you asked me to get some questions for you.
Yes, please, go ahead.
That is actually one of mine is actually... If you were to have your brain wiped,
Right.
of everything you've ever reacted to,
Right.
and you could pick. Well, no, sorry, not everything you've ever reacted. You could have your brain wiped of everything you've ever watched, and you had to pick 3 programs to react to, brand new, from scratch, never seen them before. What would they be?
Oh, now that's a good question. Okay. So, do I have to pick the shows from the pool of shows I've only reacted to?
Well, no, because like you just said, you wish you could go back and never watch Miranda. So, anything.
Also, it can
Anything
be
you've ever
shows that
seen, if you
I've
could react.
reacted to or watched.
Yes.
That
Yeah,
makes
because
it
obviously
right. Ooh.
the stuff that you would love to react to, that we would all love to watch you react to, but you can't because you've seen it. So yeah, just
Right.
take everything you've seen. It's
Okay.
out of your mind.
Yeah.
You can pick 3 things to react to, brand new, fresh.
Right. Okay. Well, I mean, well, there is at least there's one easy one. I would pick Bottom to be able to watch for the first time and react to for the first time again,
I knew you
because
were going to say that one.
the experience of it was so much more than just a show. It was a community, and
hmm
it was finding. I mean, Bottom led to 1, 2, 3, 4 other shows that I've either done or I'm still no 5 new other shows that I'm still doing or I've done. So just from what that brought, the experience of it, the community feel, all the people that came onto the videos and said, "Oh, I was at the live show," or "Oh, I miss watching yeah, just the whole experience of that. I would have that over again, fresh at the drop of a hat. Second show, and this is more from the perspective of being able to watch it for the first time again, but also because it's reaction gold, Breaking Bad. Because it's very popular. It's very popular, but it's also an incredible show, and I wish I could watch it for the first time again. And the last one, I don't know for the last one.
You can come back to it if you want to think about it.
Yeah, let me think about that one, please.
Yeah.
Oh, David Hannah's joined us. Good to see you, David. Hello.
Oh, nice one. Hi.
Good to see you. Yeah, that's a tough one to think of the last one. But yeah, Bottom and Breaking Bad for the first 2, definitely. That tea's that tea's gone cold. Oh, I hate the taste.
Oh, it's typical, isn't it?
Oh,
typical.
Yep.
It's the idea as well. But funny thing is, I love iced tea.
Same here. But tea that's warm and then cold just isn't it.
Yeah. It's the milk, innit? The milk ruins it.
Yeah, I think it is the milk.
If it was black tea, you wouldn't care. Yeah.
Oh, God.
So, next question, please.
Right.
I'm a very busy person.
Right, next question.
Joking, I'm joking.
No, joke away. I want this to be as entertaining as possible. And so far, I think we're doing pretty well.
Yeah, not too bad.
Right, so I asked you which was your favourite moment from React. Right, so I've done that. Right, here's the question I want to ask next. So, in terms of, since you started doing reactions, how much has it changed things for you in your everyday life? So I know the reason that I'm asking this is because you once told me that you chose not to watch a show just in case you decided to react to it in the future. So that's how I mean that question.
Yeah, that is a big one, actually, because like you say, I don't dare try anything new.
Yeah.
Because, if I were to decide one day, let's react to that, obviously I will have already seen it, so there's no point.
Yeah.
So yeah, it kind of put me off, browsing, looking for something new to watch, because now my first instinct, when I see a program that looks or sounds good, I think, well, I could react to that.
Yep, same here.
And as for my day-to-day life, it hasn't really altered anything. I feel a bit more. This is going to sound really, really pathetic when I say this, but it's the first time in a good few years that I feel like I've got friends.
Oh, do you know what? That's not pathetic. No, actually, I like that. I like that because it's the community, isn't it? The people that are commenting and supporting you. That means that you're feeling that support, and that's really good. So that's not pathetic. Definitely. I applaud that.
And yeah, I mean, day to day life. I mean, fair enough. It has. I have had to alter the way I go about my day a bit. You know, I do try and set as much time aside as I possibly can to do what I have to do, to put out as much as possible and as often as possible. But no, apart from anything else, I mean, it hasn't really altered anything. Like, you know, that it hasn't brought any big changes into the house or anything like that. But it's altered my mental state, I think.
Right.
Because again, I'm looking at TV programs on streaming. I'm looking at them with a different light.
Yeah.
And you know, three things pop to mind if I see something new. I think, oh, I could react to that, and then I think, oh no, it could be copyright, and then I think, might not be popular enough. And they're the three things that come to mind. Whereas before, it was just like, nah, that looks shit. I ain't watching that.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I mean, even now, stuff that looks shit, I think, oh, you never know. It could be an audience for it, just because I don't like it. There isn't an audience.
I know exactly what you mean now. Yeah. Yeah. You think you used to think, I know I won't like it, so I won't watch it. But now you're not just thinking for yourself; you're thinking on behalf of your audience as well. So I know exactly what you mean by that.
And I think the thing that has impressed me the most is, well, actually, no, I'll start from the beginning. One of the things that put me off doing this was the idea of negative feedback.
Right.
You know, I thought people were not gonna like how I reacted. They weren't gonna like the way I sounded, the way I looked, or I thought there was gonna be something. Because I mean, you know, you go on videos on YouTube all the time, don't you? That someone has always got something negative to say.
Yeah.
Always.
Yeah. Especially reactions. Yeah.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, and I don't respond well to that. I hate it if someone says anything to me, because I don't like being told off. You know, when I was a kid, I was terrified because my dad was a disciplinarian. My dad was the one that did the telling off, and I was terrified of the idea of my dad shouting at me.
Yeah.
And I hate it now. Like, if anyone criticizes me or isn't very nice through a comment or a text or whatever, I hate it. It makes me go withdrawn. So that really put me off. But do you know what? I can honestly say here and now, with all these witnesses, I have not had one single negative comment on any single reaction video I've made. Not one yet. And it is really...
I'm happy to back that up because I've read through your comments and I haven't seen one bad comment.
Yeah.
And I'm so glad that that's the case.
It's really changed my opinion. I mean, I'm not under any illusion that it's never going to happen. Of course it will.
No, of course not. Of course not.
Something. But... you know, I'm ready for them. I won't let it get to me because I know now that I've got a far bigger audience of people supporting me than I would have of one person taking time out of their day to be just unnecessarily not nice.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
That's great. That's really good that you're at that point already.
Yeah, and I think the biggest thing I would say is that it's done a great deal for my confidence because...
fantastic.
I'm one of those people. I personally feel like I've got a face for radio.
You said that during a video. What video was it that you said that?
I don't know. I can't remember. I remember saying it, but I can't remember which one it was.
Yeah, and I absolutely howled when you said it.
I think I said something along the lines of... sorry. I think I said something like, you've got the face for radio and you're as dull as a brick.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. Dull as a brick afterwards. Yeah, I remember watching that and I absolutely howled. Oh,
yeah, but God. I think that was... I mean, I'm still thinking that, you know, I'm not the... you know, but it's not about my face. People aren't looking at my face. Well, they are. Yeah. It's about how I react, and that is what they're looking for. They're not coming to go, you know, I want to look at this person because they're nice to look at. They're coming because they go, this person is a laugh. This person is fun to watch.
That's it, yeah.
And after a couple of videos, that took priority with me. I thought, you know, I'm not going to care so much, you know, which is why I ended up revealing what all this hair back here looked like. So I thought, you know, I'm just going to get it all out there. And I'm just going to get that particular weight off my mind. I'm going to stop sitting here thinking, you know, you shouldn't be on camera looking like you do. And I'm just going to focus on entertaining, because that is ultimately what people are here for. That's why people are coming back. And that's why I think it's doing so well, because I think I'm more entertaining than I am decent looking.
That's absolutely fine.
You're not disagreeing with me then?
No.
He's thinking, yeah, you ugly cunt.
Oh,
bang on.
God, come on. I should have, yeah. You caught me sleeping on that one. No, what I was going to say is, when you watch telly these days, right, there's so many people that, I mean, they're just more entertaining than they're more looking like a model.
Yes.
Because
Yeah,
that's what people are there for. They're there to be entertained, not to look at someone and say, "Oh,
yeah."
yeah."
And plus, sometimes I think it plays into how funny they are. I mean, look at like the people that we love. Look at Miranda Hart, Kathy Burke, neither of which are going to win any beauty contest, but they are hilarious.
They are. Yeah, that's very true.
Absolutely fantastic. And once you find out how funny they are and how entertaining they are, you don't really care what they look. In fact, the fact that they look different is more entertaining.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I mean, I think Linda Hughes, she won't be the same character if she was a stunner, would she? I mean, I know she
No, because she thinks she's a stunner, but she's not.
Yeah. But if it weren't for the ginger
the
hair
thing about her.
It just makes it funnier.
That's a really good comment, actually, from Callum James. If anyone thinks they don't have the looks to be an entertainer, just think of the singer Meatloaf. My grandma absolutely loves him.
My mum does as well.
Does she?
Yeah.
I don't.
And do you know what?
I honestly don't get it. I like the main song. What is it? I would do anything for love, but everything I just don't get it.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I don't.
Well, that used to be one of my party pieces. You know, the song "Real Dead Ringer for Love" that he did with Cher.
Oh, that one as well. Yeah, I like that one.
Yeah. Especially with my auntie mostly, because she was like, my auntie would get pissed and she'd be just up for singing karaoke. I would like go out of a night and be like, I'm not doing karaoke tonight, no way. 4 pints after, I'd be like, yeah, I'm going up and I'm doing Meatloaf.
Yeah, if you're going out and drinking, it's not your decision, is it?
Definitely not. No.
It's how many glasses full you drink. Oh dear. But yeah, that is absolutely spot on what you said about reactions. It's not about how you look, it's how entertaining you are and the personality that you've got, because the reactors that I watch, they're all different people. I watch some reactors that are from America, some are white, some are black, some are young, some are old, some are from India, some are from Russia, some are from all over the place. One of them's a farmer in America, and he's middle-aged, and he's a big guy, and he's not Brad Pitt, but he's hilarious. And watching him, it does feel like watching a movie with an old friend. So that is absolutely true.
Yeah,
that's what people are looking for with this content.
Yeah. And that's exactly what I felt with you watching, because Gimme Gimme Gimme, your reactions to that were my first binge.
Yeah. And
watching that with you, it was like watching with a friend. I knew what was coming, and I thought, I can't wait to see this bit. It was like you were next to me, and I was going, when you watch them with a friend, you're like, oh, they're going to love this bit. And you're waiting, and then it comes in like, yes!
Yeah.
That's exactly what it was, watching that. It felt like I wasn't watching you, I was watching that program with you.
Yeah.
And that's what drew me in. Because the other thing that dawned on me about this, actually, do you know what? It scared me at first. I asked myself, I said, why do I watch reactions? And I thought, well, that's because I want to see how other people react to stuff I like.
Yep.
So
it
got me thinking. I thought, okay, so yeah. So it got me thinking. So no one is going to watch a reactor if they're reacting to something that they haven't seen. Do you know what I mean? It's like some of the programs you've done, I've never seen them, so I don't see apart from watching you, obviously, I don't see the value of watching the program because I've never seen it.
Yeah.
If I watch a reactor, it's because they're reacting to something that I've seen and that I like and that I want to see them react to.
Yeah, yeah.
And that's what it happened with me. It dawned on me. I thought, no, they really are coming to watch me because they've seen the program. They don't need to see the program again. They're coming to watch what I'm doing.
Yep.
They're coming for this and what this does about that. And that really dawned on me. I thought, oh my Christ, okay, maybe it does matter.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, obviously, I'm all over that now. I'm loads better about that now. But yeah, that's I think that was the biggest thing. The massive change is definitely confidence.
Yeah.
Feeling like there's more people out there, there's the support out there, and of course, obviously, it goes absolutely without saying the endless support from you.
I mean, well, do you know what? I'm really grateful during your intros of your videos when you thank me and give me praise and all that. But honestly, all I've done is just just basically tell you to do the same thing that I'm doing, just in your own little way.
Yeah.
And you've done it. And now, when I'm watching you, it's all you. I mean, I know that I encouraged you and all that stuff, and I gave you tips on how to use certain things. But apart from that, you know, you've done the main part of it. It's all down to you, because you're the one that's got to decide, I am going to do this, and then do it. So I think you need to start praising yourself, because you've done a really good job so far. And the thing about confidence that you said, in the first reaction that you did, it was noticeable in the beginning, but by the end it wasn't. You just completely went into it like...
Yeah, I felt like that making the actual video, because obviously as I was watching it, the episode became a distraction.
Yeah.
And do you know what? In the early days, I thought, do you know what? Just do what Luke does. Just talk into the camera. Pretend someone is listening.
Yeah.
And that is what I thought was the best way to do that at the time. And I've done it ever since. But yeah, honestly, I know I'm going to start and praise myself. I'm going to start and be a bit more accepting of the idea that, yes, I've done this. If the ultimate decision to do this was my decision, you didn't have a gun to my head. You didn't set it all up for me and force me to sit there and do it. Of course not. But the fact that you were you were so patient with me. You know, you asked me once, months and months ago. You asked me like 8 times, and I kept saying no. And thought, he's going to give up in a minute. He'll give up, and then you never did.
Oh, I wouldn't have done.
I mean,
I wouldn't have given
long
up.
ago.
I mean, it's not often that I'm persistent with things in life, but the things when it's something that I know I'm right about it, I will stick with it. And I knew that you were right to start reactions, so I wouldn't have given up until you just started doing it. So we could have been here for years.
And here we are.
Here we are.
We could have been. We probably will be. I will still be asking you in 5 years' time, Luke, will you help me with this?
I'm fine with that. I'm fine with that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what.
Because you know what, again.
The answer to that question is, if we still have an audience to do this in 5 years' time, I'll be happy.
What do you mean if?
Well, you never know. Things change. You never know, do you? So I'm just saying, reactors sometimes do well and sometimes they don't. So if all these great people that are leaving comments in the chat, and all the people who support me and all the people who support you, if they're still doing the same in 5 years' time, then I will look at that on its own as a success.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely, me as well. I mean, hopefully it'll still be going for a while. So
yeah, hopefully.
Well, that all depends on us. You know, if we keep doing what we're doing, we keep entertaining, we keep finding new things. Try and find some more relevant things as well. I mean, I sometimes think I need to watch something quite modern. You know, something for like a proper recent modern audience. I need to give that a try. But then, of course, with where YouTube's concerned, you've got the copyright shite, haven't you? You've got that hanging over your head.
It's an issue.
But I'll get banned and I could lose my channel over it. And I'm not doing it just to win over the Gen Z.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It's hard enough to get them to put down their avocados as it is.
Oh, God. Where did the avocados... Is that the new fad now? Are they back onto avocados? I thought that had passed.
I don't know. I just don't ever recall hearing about an avocado pre-2010.
Oh, I suppose that's a good point. Yeah, you don't.
I think it's just like a fairly recent thing that's come about.
Yeah.
Do you know, it just sort of appeared overnight. Like it's like the Kardashians. Just 1 minute where the world's normal, then the next they're part of it, and everything's fucked up.
Did you ever try it, avocado on toast?
1 minute. No, but I tell you what, I have tried. I've tried guacamole, however we pronounce it here.
Right.
And yeah, I just thought it was vile.
Right. Well, I haven't tried that, but I tried the avocado on toast, and I spat it out as soon as I put it in. It were horrible.
Yeah.
Ugh.
I thought that would have been the case.
Do you know how you look at an avocado and it is bright green, and you think it probably tastes green? It does. It tastes green.
Yeah.
Like,
it does. But it's like leaves, isn't it? I thought it was like chewing leaves. Did you ever pick grass up as a kid and think, well, if it's good enough for the cows, it's good enough for me, and try a handful?
The stuff that I put, it came pre-made in a package, and it was like mashed. It was like a paste sort of thing. Not a paste, but
right. Okay.
Yeah. like mashed crushed avocado, and it was like a cross between leek and celery and something else. Oh, it was horrible. I hated it.
Vile.
I'll never
guacamole
understand
once, and it's obviously it's just one of those food fads. So, but yeah, as I was saying, we've gone a bit off track.
I'm glad it passed. Yeah, well, I did say that it'd be casual.
Yeah, we did. Don't worry, I like it. I like rolling off. I just want everyone thinking, where are they going with this?
I wanted this to happen. I didn't want it to be all formal and uniform. I want us to do what we're doing. So
definitely,
that's good.
Absolutely, but yeah, avocado looks like a rotten pear.
It does, doesn't it? It
Put
does.
An avocado and a pear side by side. It's like before and after.
Yeah. It actually that's a good point. Actually, yeah, it does. But they don't taste the same. No,
absolutely not.
Yep.
This is why we should be turning to St. Polly. Polly will save us all. They'll never make us eat avocado or whatever they're into. Not Polly. It's freedom. Sorry, the heart's in the way. I can't see what that word is.
Freedom.
Freedom.
Yeah, St. Polly wouldn't make us eat
when
avocado.
Polly takes over, be diet crackers and sunflower seeds.
Yeah.
I'm fine with that.
And bread for the ducks.
Yeah.
Oh God. So I know I've already said it during this once already, but that when I got to that thread with you and Callum, it was it started off like, what are these two talking about? And then by the end, it was like, do you know what? Why don't we give it a crack? Get out of the real world and just go off and Yeah,
but come on. And the way the world is at the minute, anything has got a chance, and it may as well be a parrot. I mean, come on, I've got a perfectly valid point.
If a kid had like a spot on his face, he was like cursed or something, you know, like. But
yes, exactly.
But a parrot that can talk, you're like, oh, it's fine.
Yeah, yeah. No other animal on the planet can speak.
No.
But that thing rocks up, bright coloured as it is. Yap, 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 and everyone's like, yeah, that's fine.
And it's
In
not
fact,
just.
I'll buy one of these.
It's not just the colours and the fact that it can talk, but they move quite weird as well, don't they? They're like you know, the weird movements. Everything about a parrot is just like, are we sure that's an animal?
Yeah.
And not a
it's just so
purpose-made surveillance device.
Yeah, and that's what I mean. That was what I was sat thinking about. I thought, you know what? 400 years ago, they killed a cow that stopped giving milk because they thought the devil had possessed it to stop their milk supply.
Yep.
But yeah, talking bird, that's fine.
That's
all the other birds
fine.
that are actually in the UK didn't speak. They just existed and tweeted and shat on the horse wagons. But a parrot rocks up, yakking, making the sound of a dolphin, and shitting on your hand. That's fine.
Absolutely fine.
That's not cursed at all. That's just, I'll have one of them. Oh, was that Max?
See, hey?
I said, oh, was that Max?
Oh, can you hear him?
I heard him shake.
Yeah, it was him. He was shaking.
Yeah. Hi, Maxie.
He can't hear you.
No.
Oh, he's sat here now.
Come on, you've got your headphones on, haven't you? Of course you have.
Yep.
Of course you've got your headphones on.
Actually, do you know what? To go off topic, but sticking with that topic just once more, they're bringing back. They're on about bringing back certain animals back from extinction from 2028, and they reckon that they can bring back the woolly mammoth.
Oh, what the hell for?
Well, I'm on board with it. I think it'd be cool having mammoth steak. Apparently, it was the best steak you could get.
Yeah, it would, but I don't know. I mean, I know you've never seen them, and I reckon there's a few people in here that don't know this, but Jurassic Park, you've never seen it, right?
No.
No, you need to. Honestly, movie reaction. I'm on that Patreon now. Movie request.
Right. No,
Park.
I'll do it. If it's requested, I'll do it.
I'm requesting it.
Right. Fine.
Do it.
Okay.
Yeah. Do it.
Right.
But yeah, anyway, Jurassic Park, that should have taught everybody a valuable lesson. I'm not going to say anymore because if you do watch it, you don't want spoilers.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's a very good reason why something should stay dead.
Yes, there is.
But I see what you mean.
There's a line
I'm all
from
for
it, isn't
trying
there?
a new, different kind of meat.
There's a line from it. Just because you can doesn't mean you should. Someone in
Yeah, I
that
think
film
it's
says
a,
that. Jeff Goldblum says
yeah, it's
that.
Jeff Goldblum. He says, if you were too preoccupied to find out if you could, you didn't stop to think if you should.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. I mean, I like the new ones as well, the Jurassic World onwards. I mean, it's Chris Pratt. How can I not? But yeah, those new ones are really great. They get a bad rep, the new trilogy, but yeah, they're really good.
They always do. You know, modern remakes always do.
Yeah.
Sometimes,
Yeah,
rightly
you'll
so.
relate more with them though, because obviously being more in the modern world. And there's actually a series, you know, Jurassic World Camp Cretaceous on Netflix. It's animated. It's by DreamWorks, so it looks like Shrek, but a character on there is
All right.
actually a YouTuber. Yeah, and
A
she's
YouTuber?
voiced by Jenna Ortega.
Right.
Yeah, well, not actually YouTube. Obviously, they can't say YouTube in the program for obvious reasons. But yeah,
Right.
she's one of them. She's always got a phone in her hand. She goes around unboxing, as she calls it. She's
All
unboxing
right.
the world.
One of
and that's
them,
why
yeah.
and that's why, yeah, and that's why she's at Jurassic World when it goes tits up. But yeah, she's a YouTuber, so you might find that relatable.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, you know,
Interesting. Do you know what? It's one of the best series I've ever watched.
best movie series that you've ever watched. You mean?
Yeah, and the animated series on Netflix.
Oh, all right, okay, yeah. Well, I mean,
it's one of the best.
I'm funny with modern stuff because I just avoid it all like the plague.
Yeah.
But I mean,
I know what you mean. Yeah, we've had this discussion.
Yeah.
We've discussed this before. Like, we both love older stuff because it felt more free. It was more, you could say what you want.
Yeah. Older stuff, it is just escapism, and modern stuff, it's not. That's how I feel about it.
It's a slap in the face of what you can't do. I think some modern stuff, comedy especially, it's like a slap in the face and a constant reminder of what you could have had.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's why I love, I just love older stuff. I mean, My Family, it's one of my favourites. I've been watching that since I was itty bitty tiny. And yeah.
I'm really enjoying that, by the way. Absolutely loving that series. Brilliant.
Oh, you're going to love it. The more it goes on, the more you're going to love it. I do not mind telling you.
So My Family, the Catherine Tate Show, those are the two that you're watching the most at the moment, aren't they? On Patreon.
Yeah, they're the ones that I'm the most, like, the minute I get the notification, I'll watch it as soon as possible. They are those ones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm really looking forward to the little surprise coming up in the Catherine Tate Show. You know which one?
What little surprise? Remind me?
With my hometown name.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, yeah. I mean, I watched your other one last night. I mean, I watched it last night, and I thought, when you said on that one, there's a surprise coming, I thought, hang on, shit, did I say surprise? So I remembered what I told you, but I didn't know if I'd characterize it as a surprise.
I'm just looking forward to seeing how it comes about. Is coming.
We
don't get mentioned in much stuff, you know. We just, because it's such a shithole, no one wants to mention it.
Well, you do. Well, you do. And do you know what? Like, I didn't realise, I've watched Catherine Tate a few times since I've known who you are, but it's only recently that I realised, and please don't, like, shoot me for this.
No, go ahead.
I thought where you were from was called Keeley.
That's fine. Do you know what? Everybody mispronounces it. On the news, they mispronounce it on the news. I'll tell you what, it can't have been any more than like 3-4 years ago. We were on the news for something. I think it was the Dalton Lane Mill fire, because someone set it on fire, like kids set it on fire, and it was blazing for like 2 days. And the news report was, the reporter on the news was like from London or down south, and he called it Keeley. And it was just like, I can understand it from like the 50s and 60s, but it's 2022 or 1 or whatever. Come on, you must be able to pronounce it properly by now.
Yeah. Well, that's where it shocked me, because obviously in this Catherine Tate sketch I'm talking about, they say Keithley, which is why I didn't make the connection. Right. I thought that was a different part of the area altogether, the general area, nowhere specific.
Nowhere specific.
No, that's what I thought. I thought it was just a different part. I thought Keeley was actually what it was called, because I've never actually physically heard you say it.
Right.
I've seen you write it loads of times. I've never heard you say it.
Yeah.
So it just never made that connection in my head. But now that I know, it's funny.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what, it's not funny for us when someone gets it wrong. But I can forgive
It's
you
like me with
because...
Derby, you know. Because I'm nice.
What, do you still get that thing these days where people calling it Derby?
Yes, we do. That is actually what it used to be called. My
Right.
great grandmother, my nan's mum, she called it Derby up until the day she died.
Really?
That's what it used to be called. Yeah.
All right.
Honestly, honest to God, it used to be called Derby.
How did it change to Derby
Shocks
then?
me because it just sounds odd. Fucked if I know.
Yeah, don't follow this podcast for history because you won't get it.
Not accurate history, anyway.
Unless I get somebody like David Starkey on the show or something, which I doubt it.
Who's he?
He's a historian, and he goes on podcasts a lot, but I doubt that'd ever happen. Callum James says...
We've got... Oh.
Sorry. Yeah, he says the main ones I've been watching are Benidorm are not going out, and he thinks I'm going to really enjoy the Christmas special. Yeah. Great.
Oh, hang on. Which Christmas special is it next? Hang on. Hold on. Ah, yes. Got it. I know the one he's on about. Yes, you will love that.
Right.
You'll love it. I know. I had to think for a second which Christmas special. There's several, but yeah, I know which one it is. Yeah, you're going to love it. I agree. I'm actually in the process. I need to catch up with your not going out and your Benidorms. I've not watched a Benidorm for a while. I think the last one I watched was Series 5, Episode 2.
Right. Which one am I on? I think I did Episode 5 last. A couple of days ago.
I think you did, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
well,
I think...
Fair enough.
Because obviously since making all my own stuff, when I get to a certain time of night, I think, I just need to watch something on the telly. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I just need to sit back and chill and watch something just on the telly. But yeah, I will get around to it. I promise you I will. You'll know I will because I always leave comments. You'll know when I've seen it.
Oh, I always know. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. But yeah, he's absolutely right. That not going out Christmas special is a good one.
Well, we are getting to... So... we're getting to the point now where it's going to be catching up to the episodes that I have seen. So...
Yes.
I still don't know what to do about that.
Watch them anyway.
React to them.
My personal opinion, yeah. I wouldn't care because even though, yes, you have seen it, it's been a while.
Yeah.
So some of it could still give you the most natural reaction.
The episodes that I have seen...
When did you last see them?
Not that long ago. I do watch them quite regularly because they are funny. So...
Okay, so... Well, even so, you could still do it anyway. I mean, if people don't... obviously, people out there, they still want to see your reaction either way. So whether you've seen it or not, I don't really think that will matter.
Yeah,
do you know what I mean? I think people will just enjoy the fact that you're reacting to it anyway.
I suppose it'd look a bit half-assed if there was a big gap between whenever I get to that point and then, All right, I suppose that's that sorted. Anyway,
do you know what? I was just going to...
Go on. No, go ahead.
Go on, what you going to... No, you go on.
No, what I was just going to
say... Right, okay. I was just going to say, with Mr. Massive Opportunity, we shouldn't have mentioned that here because you should have just done it and no one would have been the wiser.
Oh, no, I can't. I can't do that. No. No, do you know, I've thought about doing that with not going out, but the thing is, people will know. People will know if you're watching something that you've seen before and you tell them that you haven't seen it. They'll know.
Possibly.
They will know.
Yeah.
Like when I show somebody a funny video or whatever, or an episode of a TV show, and I can tell that they've seen it before or not. So, no.
Yeah.
Yeah.
By the way, I don't do that, and I won't be doing that either.
No, absolutely. I wouldn't expect you to.
No. Go on, what you going to say?
Yeah, I was going to come back to the questions, which is the meat of the episode.
Okay. Yeah.
Sorry,
let's focus now. Focus. I'm starving.
You're starving. And I just mentioned meat.
Yeah.
Not good.
Go on, carry on.
Right,
No, don't worry about it. I'll be all right.
So up to this point, we've talked about what has been your favourite moment from reacting to those shows, how it's changed things for you in your everyday life. So I'm just making sure I know which ones I've asked. Yeah, so what I want to ask now is, what's been your favourite part of doing reactions as a whole experience? Like, everything about it up to now, what has been the thing that you point out and said, you know what, that's what I've enjoyed the most, or that's what I like the most, or whatever?
Well, I think one of the biggest things, I said this to you quite early on. I think I'd only made like 2. And I remember saying to you that I kind of feel like I'm running my own business.
Right, okay.
I'm choosing, well, no, I'm not choosing. I mean, obviously you've been directing me in terms of what to react to.
Yeah.
But I mean, I've been choosing when to do it.
Yeah.
I've been choosing what goes into the video. I've been choosing when it gets released.
Yeah.
And because one of my biggest problems when I was just normally employed, I don't like being told what to do.
I don't think anybody does.
Do you know what I mean? You know, like you're at work. No, and your boss is like, oh, when you've done that, can you do that? I'm thinking, oh, would it kill you to say, please, you overpaid, underworking bastard.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's so being able to, I mean, obviously, aside from you know, I'm not counting you telling me what to react to in that, obviously, because I need that information. I need to know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
But yeah, just being able to decide what's happening and when. I love having that control, because sometimes, like where my life's concerned, I've not felt for a few years like I've had that degree of control.
Right.
In fact, I felt like I've lost control in some areas. Not in a bad way. I'm not going to go all, you know, all feel sorry for me. I'm not going to go like that.
No, it's fine. I
Just
totally get that. I totally get that.
Yeah. In some areas of life, you know, you feel like there's so much going on that you have absolutely no say in, you've got no control over.
Yeah.
It's that feeling of loss of control where you kind of go, what's the point?
Yeah.
And doing this has given me that control back. It's given me something to take charge of, to be responsible for, to take care of, and to go, do you know what? This is mine. This is my baby. I'm going to decide what happens with this, and I'm going to do it when I feel it's the right time. So being able to go, yeah, I can control this. I've got the reins. No one is driving this but me. I really love that feeling. And I love being able to go, do you know what? I've done 2 or 3 of the last couple of days. I'm having a night off.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? That nice feeling where you're in control. Because
those days off, I feel really guilty when I do it, but it does feel good to take a day off.
I do.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do. I have actually sat there thinking, do you know what? I could have recorded tonight. And then I think, oh, no, do you know what? You need a night off. Don't, because one of the best bits of advice you ever gave me was to not let it become a chore.
Yeah.
Don't let it feel like you've got to do it, or that you've got to be like obligated to do a certain amount. That was the best advice you gave me. Because do you know what? If you hadn't given me that advice, I probably would have done it to a point where it became a chore. I probably would have actually sat there and gone, no, I'm going to do this many today and then that many tomorrow. But, you know,
like
here when you told me
out
that,
a schedule,
thought,
sort of thing.
Yeah, my days off. Yeah, like my days off are going to be important. Just have the odd night off and just take that night to just watch some rubbish on the telly.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Let your mind wander.
Yeah.
Because I love doing that. I love, like, when, you know, if you're on a bus or something and you can just sit there and go up out the window like that and your mind just wanders. Because that's what the mind is. I think a lot of people are too driven. And I think that's another great thing that this has done for me. It's given my mind a focus, but it also allows me that downtime to let my mind wander. Got it out. I got it out.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's probably one of the best things. I think the other great thing that I've come to really love about it is, like I say, the confidence and the support. Because whilst I knew there was always going to be a good support network, because you told me, you said everything that I've reacted to, you said these will all get good support, you'll get great feedback, but I couldn't have imagined it on that scale. I've got loads of other new subscribers now that I know by first name.
Neither could I.
And when they pop up,
the response to your DMASH reactions really surprised me. I knew that they'd get views, the D-Mash stuff. I knew they'd do
It did
well,
me.
but not that well that quick.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
No,
You'd
no.
never...
Honestly, I didn't. I mean, I remember you saying to me, "This will give you a boost." I mean,
Yeah.
I think at last count, I think the first one's given me over 200 subscribers.
Bloody hell, that's... Yeah.
Which is
I knew
mad.
it'd boost. I knew
I
it'd
didn't-
give
I
you a
barely had-
boost, but not like that. And
Yeah.
again, I'm glad it
No,
has.
that was
But going back to the
it
thing
was way beyond anything I could have expected.
Yeah, it completely surpassed my expectations as well, because I mean, it doesn't always depend on how big the channel is in terms of subscribers, but sometimes it does. So you have to take that into account and think it's the first time he's doing a D-Mash, so does it matter that he hasn't done it before, sort of thing. But no, it completely took off, and I'm so glad it did. But going back to what you said about
I'm doing the next.
It not feeling like a chore, I don't know if I've already said this to you or not, but yeah, the main thing is with this is if you're not enjoying it, they're not enjoying it. I've always said that to myself. So if I haven't already told you that,
Absolutely.
I'm telling you it now.
Yeah, you have. You have, and I tell myself that, you know, if I'm sitting there of an evening and I'm debating, thinking, should I make one, shouldn't I? I'm thinking, I tell myself, I go, right, are you going to enjoy this? Are you in the right frame of mind to actually sit there and enjoy this?
Yeah.
Because, you know, you're going to be on camera for about 45 minutes. Can you sit for that long? And if I go, actually, no, do you know what? No, I need to just veg out in front of some bollocks on the not actual bollocks. Yeah.
I mean, whatever works for you, you know, it's what you're into. You know, do what works for you.
Oh, not that.
We've all got our own vices.
Oh, no, it's like watching used tea bags.
Oh, bloody hell.
Anyway, yeah. Yeah, I mean, if I want to watch some rubbish TV, just find something ridiculous on telly, just sit and watch it.
I'm writing that down.
Now thinking
I know it's going to be saved on the video, but I need to remember that.
Do you know what? I can't wait to watch this back.
Me neither. Sit down and watch some bollocks in front of the telly. I'm just imagining that now. Oh, God. You know, that probably
gets... like bad education.
Oh, don't spoil it. I haven't seen it all yet, have I?
No. You have seen this when he sends the headmaster that link of someone moving his bollocks to music and he gets suspended. Politics.
Oh,
yeah,
right. Yeah. I thought you were going to spoil something then. I thought you meant something else was coming.
Would I do that?
I mean, when you're having a laugh, you'll say, you kind of lose control of what you're saying, so you never know. Oh, was that in politics?
Yeah, it was at the start of the episode, because that's why he was in the tribunal when Pickwell went all Thatcher.
Is it the video that ends up on the big screen in the hall?
Yes. Yeah.
Right, yeah. I thought you were on about the video, the picture on the screen where he walks in and he goes, "It's Fanny." They weren't balls.
Fanny?
That's what I thought you meant.
No. I meant the video in the hall.
Right, I remember now. Right, yeah. Okay. Yeah, but...
Oh, don't worry, I'd never give you a spoiler, never.
What were you saying then? I've forgotten now.
I was saying, don't worry, I'd never give you a spoiler.
No, I mean before that. You were saying something else before we took a break then.
When I was on about watching bollocks, right.
All right, yeah.
Yeah. When I feel like, when I tell myself I ask myself, are you really going to enjoy it? And I go, probably not, no. So then I have to tell myself, look, just take a night off, just watch some rubbish on the telly.
Yeah.
Just veg out for the night and just chill and then come back at it tomorrow with fresh eyes and fresh ears.
Yep.
Sleep on it and then you'll feel a lot better. Because although I've only been doing it for a few weeks, I do kind of feel the pressure some ways.
Right.
I mean, I'm not constantly checking the stats or anything. I'm not...
Oh, yeah.
I'm not one of these. I'm always checking the analytics.
Stat obsessive yet.
I have a look now and again. No, but I have made a point of if I get to 50 views, I will look and I'll go, right, hang on, 50 people have watched this, none have subscribed and 3 have liked. I thought, what are the other 47 people doing?
Yeah.
So
I know
I do
exactly what you do. You do start asking
questions
like that. But don't look at it as 50 people.
Yeah.
Look at it as it could be 5 people watching it, or coming back to it and stopping, and then coming back to it and stopping, because it all counts, doesn't it? So don't worry about how many people it is, because there's no way of telling on YouTube.
Oh no, definitely not. Because sometimes when you go on the actual YouTube app, it will say like 47, but then Studio will say 58.
Yeah.
So you're like, which is it?
Yeah,
Come on,
it's different. Yeah, it's different depending on where you check it, isn't it? It's annoying that.
I know. What a load of bollocks. Sorry, that word again. Yeah. No, I'm not hooked on stats or anything. I'm not hooked on stats, and I don't plan to become hooked on stats because I don't want to start, judging what I do and how I perform based on how people respond. I'm not doing that because I'm not here for that. I'm here to put out what is genuine, what is 100% me, and what I feel gets a good response. I'm not altering what I do based on the response, because like we were saying before, there are so many variables. An episode of a program can be a lot less popular than another, so that's going to be reflected. But because I'm not a fan of that program already, I don't know this. Whereas when I'm watching something you've reacted to, like when Gimme Gimme Gimme, for example, one of my least favorite episodes of that program is the episode where they think Beryl's dead.
Oh, stiff.
Just because I think it's just because I think it's far too farcical. It's too unbelievable. I mean, I like comedy. I like when comedy gets a bit daft, but sometimes it is too daft. I mean, what are the chances?
Sorry, can I just interrupt? What about that episode do you think's far too farcical and unbelievable?
Well, that Beryl's got a twin sister that happens to have the exact same hairdo. That the funeral director can't even remember his own name. That someone, I mean, only Tom and Linda would have keys to their flat, but neither of them gave him a key. And I don't know, it's just there's too much about it that makes me go. And Linda at the end doing the impression of Beryl.
Oh yeah, that is ridiculous. Yeah, that is ridiculous. Yeah, I'll give you that one, definitely.
So yeah, there's just too much about it, and it all happens in such a short space of time as well.
Yeah.
I mean, Linda's wearing the same outfit at the end as she is in the beginning. It's the same day. But they've managed to get all this exercise done. They've played ping pong. They've dropped the coffin. God knows
I love that montage.
Times.
I love that montage, though.
Oh, it's great. It's great. But I just think as Gimme Gimme episodes go, I think that one is the one where I kind of go, do you know what? If I was watching it on my own, I'll probably skip it.
Right.
Except for the bit where, I mean, I probably wouldn't skip it because I'm not a skipper. I would probably watch it anyway, but I'd probably be on my phone for most of it.
Right.
But the bit that, like, that will always win me back. The bit that shit you up, where she's like, yeah, I'm going to attach her. And then she goes and the doorbell goes,
oh, yeah.
She's alone. You shit yourself.
It did. It got me. I'll admit, it got me. I didn't expect that. I don't know what I was expecting, really.
I think you told me.
I think I was expecting us to wake up.
I think you told the screen to fuck off. Yeah.
I probably did. Sounds like something I'd do, yeah.
Yeah.
Tell a completely inanimate object to fuck off. That's me all over.
Yeah. Oh, we've all done it.
We have. We've all done it.
Have you ever walked into something and apologised?
No.
Honestly, you never walked into the door jar and gone, oh, sorry.
If I've ever walked, all I've ever said to anything that I've walked into, I've just told it to fuck off. Or I've gone, or I've just gone, oh, you bastard, no, I've never apologised to a door, no.
I have. I've walked in, I go, oh, sorry, and then I go, oh, it's only a fucking door, and then I hit it.
I didn't know that was a thing.
Yeah.
No, I've never done that.
I'm just an apologiser. Like, I could be walking down the street, someone could knock me flying into the middle of the road, into the path of a speeding car, and I will say sorry to that person because I clearly got in their way.
Oh dear.
Yeah. It could be like last hit. I could be on the floor. I've been hit by a car, and I go, oh. Yeah, and I'm ever so sorry. I didn't mean to bump into you.
You want to talk about farcical and far-fetched? Now that was far-fetched.
It was, but you know what? I remember doing very similar stuff years ago when I was at school.
Yeah, but you won't follow someone to hospital when they're in a coma just to get the last hit.
I probably would now. I'm older now and I can use public transport without having to hold my mum's hand.
Oh,
So I
right.
probably would.
Well, yeah, I suppose, yeah.
But no, I remember as a kid doing like playing tig or tag, whatever you called it.
Yeah.
And do you remember like, people used to do that mini dig? You see a mini in the street, you punch someone on their arm. Mini dig. And if you got the last one,
Yeah. I
you
used to
find
hate
yourself
that.
looking for minis and you see your friend.
I used to come home with bruises all up and down my arms.
Yeah, me and all. Yeah.
Yeah, wasn't a fan of
What
that
was
game.
even worse is, no, and what's even worse is, here in Derby, we've got a mini dealership, haven't we? Officer Frank Whittle Road. You go down there, you go past the mini thing. Jesus.
Oh,
There
dear.
were no arms left.
Yeah. Mind you, do you know what? I tell you what. I got lucky at one point because it got to a point where it changed and you could only give someone a dig if it was a red mini. So during that time, I got a bit of respite.
Oh, see, I don't remember that. I remember there being a rule about a yellow mini. A yellow mini counted as 2 digs.
Oh, with us it was a red one, and you were only allowed to dig someone if it was a red mini. I think anyway. I think I'm remembering that right. Yeah,
you probably are. You probably obviously different things everywhere, but yeah, that was ours. Yellow. A yellow mini meant 2 digs. It was worth 2.
I don't remember. No, I don't remember that. I just remember red mini. You got a dig. No, others you didn't. Yeah. It lasted a while, but it soon went back to normal, and your arms were dropping off again.
Yeah, definitely. I just used to say, as I got older, as I got into my teens, I used to go, right, fine, we'll play, but can you make it the left arm? I need the right one.
Yeah. If they'd have been playing it the day before and your right arm was all sore, then you'd have no choice, would you? Because it did hurt more the day after, didn't it?
Yes. Hold on, I think we've had a question.
Have we?
Yeah, from Suddenly Frogs about comic strips.
Oh, here we go. Yep. Have I got a rough idea when I'll start the proper comic strip episodes, and would Mikey react to it? Comic Strip Presents.
Truth be told, I don't know what they are. I'll have to look into that at a later date.
It's a sketch comedy show with Rick and Aid from Bottom are in it, but not all the time. That's why I've started it. Just they're in it.
Oh, okay.
But I've only done the first episode.
Well, for now, I'd say maybe. Yeah, maybe look into. I'll look into anything at this stage. Anything that would be the slightest bit popular, of course. Yeah, I'll look into it in my early days, and I do like Rick and Aid as well.
Yeah.
So yeah,
that's good. So just.
Callum remembers the yellow mini rule.
Oh, he's never had one.
Yeah.
Oh.
Ow.
Sore arms all day then for Callum.
Oh yeah.
So does that mean, Callum, that because your neighbour had a yellow mini that you didn't get many medieval folk dances done? I'll wait for you to answer that one. That'll make sense to you, Mikey, once you start getting further advanced into bottom. I just realised what I just said.
What?
Oh, you didn't get it? Oh, we'll just skip over it. You'll end up in a laughing fit. I said...
What did you say?
I said you'll get that once you get further advanced into bottom. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, I was gonna say something back, but I won't.
I think that's probably best.
Yeah.
We've had to stop about 3 times for laughing fits already.
Yeah. We'll leave you guys to ponder that one.
Oh dear. Right, I was just about to say, so for the people watching asking about this show and that show, so yeah, I will be bringing the comic strip back. Also, for the people waiting for Blackadder, as soon as I can find a decent quality copy of the next episode, I'll do it. That's the thing about Blackadder. It's gone from all the sites, so it's just a question of finding it. So that's why why Blackadder hasn't come about yet. But yeah, comic strip will come back, definitely. Is there any other? And League of Gentlemen. I think that was in a vote a few months ago, and it lost. Oh wait, no. Actually, no. I've done this before. People have asked about this before. League of Gentlemen. I tried the first couple of episodes years ago before I even started doing anything on YouTube, and I couldn't. I didn't just not like it. I hated it. So I don't know if I would try it again, because it just weirded me out, and I'm not sure if I'd ever go back to it, Callum. So I don't know. That one's gonna have to sit on the fence, I suppose. But anyway, back to the actual podcast and yeah, where we were. So Mikey, have you got any more questions that you want to ask me?
Hang on a minute. Bear with. Oh no, you don't like that, do you? No, we covered that one. Covered that one somehow. Covered that one.
Have I covered
actually, there is one more thing.
Right.
Yeah, you've actually covered like all of my questions.
Without being asked.
The only thing I wanted to just the one last thing I wanted to ask you was, do you have any pre-reaction rituals? Is there anything you have to do before you start, or anything that you feel like is, I don't know, good luck or whatever?
No,
because I've developed some myself recently.
Really? In terms of
I've only been doing it less than a month, and I thought I've already.
In the sense of like superstition, no. I mean, I suppose the main thing I do that I always do is I always make sure that I've got a cold drink, and most of the time a hot drink as well. Maybe a snack if it's a long one like a movie. Make sure that my vape's charged and filled, and my phone's charged. But apart from that, no, I don't think I do. No, not really. Just the usual stuff. You know?
Yeah, like I said. Yeah, I mean, like I said, I've not been doing it that long, obviously, and I have already developed some of my own.
Right.
And I think before, I mean, again, it's pretty basic stuff. Nothing is like ritualistic. I don't feel like I have to click my fingers 9 times or anything.
Right.
It's simple stuff. Like I always make sure that my glasses are clean to avoid any glare from what I'm watching.
Right, that's a good one.
I do a test, obviously. I do a sound test.
Oh yeah, I do that. A test,
yeah. The other one is I always make sure I've had something to drink. I don't keep a drink with me because the last thing I need is to need to go to the toilet. Oh, because I just don't want to do that because it'll make me rush.
Right.
So I always have a drink beforehand to make sure that I've not got a dry mouth, so I don't get any throat tickles or anything like that that's going to compromise the reaction. Right. And the last thing I do, I don't always. Sometimes I have forgot to do it. I take my inhaler to make sure that I'm not wheezing like a zeppelin all the way through.
Oh, okay, right. So yeah, you're right. They're not really rituals, then. They're just common sense, aren't they?
Yeah, I mean there are certain things. I used to have a habit of putting these lights on behind me when I first started.
Yeah,
but they're just cheap shit. The batteries have gone. I can't be arsed putting new ones in, so that's gone. I do. I actually, I'm gonna. This is a bit of a exclusive. You'll never see this in a reaction of mine.
Oh, go on.
Look behind me. Look at the crap on the bed. I put that there so that I can make sure it's behind me. I've got my dressing gown there that is normally on the door. So normally that's I take it off so that I can close the door fully while I react.
Right.
I've got a cardboard box under there that had something in that I've ordered. I think it had my headphones or something in. There's the jeans that I've taken off today, the underwear I've taken off today, my cardigan, and I just have to make sure that all of that is out of sight.
Right.
Because I was doing a test once before. I think it was an episode of Bottom, and there was a pair of boxer shorts right here, just very casually hanging on the edge of the bed.
Do you know what I think? In terms of Bottom, that'd have been perfect. That'd have gone with the reaction.
It probably would.
With the episode.
It probably will. But in the moment, I just thought, do you know what? Do this for a few months before you start showing off your knickers, on or off.
Yeah.
Well, clock up a few more subs first.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just had to move it. That's just me. I'm not. I mean, like I say, you all will now know that if I'm ever sat in this chair, that lot is probably behind me.
Right.
Because some of it is stuff I haven't got room for. Some is stuff I use on a regular basis. I mean, like my jeans, I'll probably put them back on tomorrow because they were clean on today. So I'll wear them again tomorrow, maybe. So I don't see the point in putting them away. They'll go on this chair overnight.
Well, that makes sense.
So until then, until bedtime, that's where they're staying. Because I don't wear something and put it immediately in the washer. Because there's no point. It's still clean. So yeah, all the other things I could possibly need, my cardigan, my dressing gown. But yeah, I make sure that that is behind me. It's out of sight. And I also make sure the bed's made. I have to straighten the pillows. I have to make sure it looks like, just made. But that's me.
Yeah, but your bed is in like full view of your shot. Mine isn't. It's just the end of it that he sits on.
No. Yeah.
And that's why my bed always looks like it does, because he uses the bed all day.
Yeah.
I use it all night to sleep.
Yeah,
he uses it all day. So that's the thing, by
you mean
the way.
He lets you rent it?
People who watch my videos, however you see my bed in the video, that's how he's set it up for that particular day. Because he literally just... honestly, right, I'll be sat on my sofa watching telly, and all of a sudden I'll hear a noise, and then I'll turn around to my bed, and it's him lifting the duvet up onto the top of his head so that he can pull it along with himself and lay down. He puts himself to bed on my bed. I'm not joking. So however you see
That's
that end of the bed...
You're renting.
Oh, yeah, I'm just renting it. It's his bed. Oh, it's his bed, definitely.
Yeah. We've had this conversation.
I don't even borrow the bed. I just borrow one bloody end of it.
Just perched on the end like that.
Yeah.
Move over, Max. God's sake. We'll end up on the floor in a minute.
Seriously, I tell you, I've shared beds with humans, actual humans that took up less space than he does. I'm not joking. I don't know how he does it. Little bed hogger him, I'm telling you. Yeah.
Although, do you know what? I can't agree to that. I've shared a bed with a human that took up way more space than any dog.
I think maybe I was exaggerating a little bit, but...
And I had a German Shepherd.
Yeah, you did, didn't you? But in terms of
I'm
that
taking
bed...
the piss. I won't say... Oh, dear.
He's staring at me now. Is he? Oh no, he's not. No, he's actually asleep. I thought you were looking at me. It looked like you were looking at me. Anyway, were you going to say something then? Got where we were for a minute.
No. No, what I was actually saying was that I was joking. I was saying, like, because I'd had a German Shepherd, I said I'd share beds with people that were bigger than the dog because I had a German Shepherd. I was taking the piss.
All right, okay.
Saying that someone I shared with would gouge.
Yeah. Right. Callum says, I understand if you're not interested in trying it again. Joe does lean more into horror than comedy, and is intentionally disturbing and weird. Yeah, I got that. It's one of my favourite shows. Yeah, that's another thing about me that Mikey knows about. Horror, it's just not my thing at all. You know, I just don't do horror.
I've tried to get him to watch. Yeah.
I mean...
I learned that the hard way.
You showed me a clip of... What is it that you want me to watch? Is it Scream?
Yes.
Did you send me a clip
because
of one of them?
The buzz of the 7th film would bring you loads. I did, yeah. I think I sent you one or two. I sent you like what is meant to be one of the most gruesome scenes, and you said
it was.
I'd be all right with that. That's fine.
Yeah.
You said it was.
Did I? I don't mind gore. Honestly, I was that weird kid. I was that weird kid that went onto those websites and looked at gory footage. It's the horror movies where 1 minute it's completely dead silent.
What website?
Well, you know, like liveleak.com that had videos of people having their heads blown off and stuff. You never went on to LiveLeak?
No.
You missed out.
No, I was too busy stumbling onto other kinds at that time.
Oh, I see. Let's not take that any further.
What's wrong with the Bratz website?
Oh. My dirty mind. I just immediately went there.
Honestly.
I thought you were on those kind of sites.
Yeah, I was.
Right. Well, should we not?
I'm taking the piss.
It's hard to tell through a computer screen when you're taking the piss. I don't think sarcasm works virtually, does it?
But yeah, I did. No, but I did mean those ones. And I said the Bratz site to cover it up and make it sound innocent.
Right, okay.
Yeah. We got there.
We got there, yeah. But, seriously, I will consider giving the Scream films a go, because if it's just like that, I can handle it.
You need to.
I don't mind gore at all. The thing
that one that I showed you, that clip I showed you, was from the fourth film, and it was... Sorry, go on, what you going to say?
I was going to say, the thing that I hate in horror is when it's absolutely dead silent, and then the next thing, something pops up behind somebody that's all like a demon, and then that music starts playing that's like proper high-pitch, screechy, like violin noise. I hate that.
Yeah.
I hate things that make me jump.
You do get that with... Yeah, there are a few jump scares, but you get used to it, you know, that's part of the buzz.
Right.
It's part of the fun. But yeah, the clip I showed you, that was from the fourth film, and that was made during a time of horror remakes. So it was deliberately more gory. It was deliberately more jumpy, deliberately louder, deliberately, you know, it was done on purpose, because what these films have done from day one is they've taken the piss out of the horror genre.
Right.
They are a self-aware, they're not a parody or anything like that. They're a very self-aware story, and they take the traits of horror at the time that each film was made, and they use it to their advantage. Like I say, the fourth one was all about remakes. The second one, there's a lot of focus on sequels. The third one focuses on the rules of trilogies. And the fifth one, it's about requels, you know, films that die off and are rebooted years later. They're taking the piss out of it.
All right.
But making it their own.
Okay.
They're very self-aware because they are horror films, but it's like a horror film within a horror film.
That
the characters all treat it like it's a film. They're all like, you know, all the rules of a horror film are, you know, you don't have sex, you don't drink, you don't do drugs, and don't say I'll be right back, because you won't be back.
Yeah.
And it's each one plays on a different rule. Like the second one goes by the rules of a sequel, and all the characters are aware of these rules.
Right.
Fourth one, reboots. Fifth one, requels. Sixth one, a sequel to a requel. And the seventh one, I don't know what they're labeling that, but with the return of the lead actress, Neve Campbell, playing Sydney again, the buzz for this film could not be higher. You look, honestly, you go onto YouTube at any time and type in Scream reaction, whichever one you want, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 6. Just type it in, look at the viewing numbers, look at how many different hits you get. It is insane, the buzz that this seventh film is getting, and I cannot wait. There's a lot of controversy around it. There is a lot of controversy, I'm not going to lie, but I mean, I plan to react to the seventh film's trailer when that comes out next year.
Oh, okay. That'll be good to...
Because number 7 isn't... it won't be for about a year. I mean, the seventh film doesn't come out until February 2026, so...
Right.
But yeah, you should watch them, because while there are jump scares, it is one ongoing story. Like, obviously, it's the same woman in the first 4 films, and... it's this legacy of all these people dressing up as this same killer.
Right.
And it's just one ongoing story, like people that came before, people that will come after.
And the killer wears that mask,
it's not like Ghostface, yeah.
Yeah, I had a Scream mask as a kid for Halloween, yeah. I had one that you could pump blood into.
And it's always... Yes, I remember those.
Yeah, you remember those, yeah.
And it's... I do. And it's always a mystery as well. It's always a murder mystery. It's always a whodunit, and you're always trying to work out who it is.
Right. Okay.
And then, yeah.
So it is quite
And it's the
involved
taunting
then,
as well. I mean,
and interesting and
very involved, yeah.
engaging. Right.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, like the first two films, he uses the landline to taunt people. By the third film, it's mobile phones. He's cloning mobile phones.
Right.
Fourth film, it's smartphones and social media. Fifth film, I mean, that was in 2022, so it's even more smartphones and media.
So
It
it's
keeps
moving with the
its time.
times
That's
as
why this
well, yeah.
franchise, it relies on the time. It feeds off the time that the films
Right.
are made.
Okay.
It completely feeds off it, and
I'm
you
quite
will
intrigued
honestly
now, I
love it. You
can't
need to give it a go.
lie.
You
No,
should watch it
I'm
because you know what,
intrigued
a few
now.
jump scares. A few jump scares, they are worth it. Trust me. They're
Right.
so worth it. I jumped, but even watching the sixth one last year when it came out, I jumped just like everybody else.
Mm.
But it is so worth it because they are a legacy. They are history. And again, the seventh film next year, this is a buzz that you need to get on. I can't because I've seen them. I can't use this to my advantage, but you can. That opportunity is there for you.
Yeah.
And don't mean to sound like I'm being funny, but you'll be silly to pass it up because it is huge.
I don't like to miss out on certain things. I mean, again, you know what I'm like with modern stuff.
Yeah,
And
I do.
I saw a trailer today, and the buzz from it is clear to see already. Everybody's saying that it's the best trailer they've ever seen for 28 years later.
Yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. I've heard it. I've never seen them. I've heard of them.
I haven't either, and I don't know what it's about. But I know what you mean about that. Just seeing people commenting saying this is how you do a trailer. I haven't seen that for a long time. All the movie trailers that I've watched in the last few years, people didn't like them.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, tell you what then, ER. You want about the Scream films? You're not entirely sure about watching them. Watch the trailers.
Right.
Watch the trailers for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, just one after the other, and you will see what I mean. The trailers will be enough to let you know. I mean, there might be a jump scare or two in the trailers, but it's not a film.
Right.
You know, before making your mind up, watch the trailers and see what you think. That can be your task. And then if you watch the trailers and you're not too sure, then you think, then you don't have to.
Yeah.
But if the trailers are enough to intrigue you and tell you enough.
The way that you've described it just now, it's definitely, I'm definitely tempted. You know, it does sound like something I'd like to watch.
You will not look back. Look how many times you've looked at a new series or something that you'd never heard of or you've had second thoughts about. You now love those things. This could be the next thing.
Yeah.
And
again, I am that type of person.
You will get.
You know, pretty much every new film and new TV series I watch, it's something that when I see the cover for it or whatever, and I don't know anything about it and I haven't seen it, I just think I wouldn't like that. And then I watch it and I love it. Pretty much everything I've ever watched has been like that.
Exactly. And this could be the next thing. And just think, this time in a few months, we could be looking forward to the seventh one together.
Well, I think for that alone, it'd probably be worth it because then we could react to the
We could
new
make
film.
videos.
Yeah.
We could speculate.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can make speculation videos about what we think is going to happen. People make that all the time. Zach Cherry, Beyond the Mask, they are just two YouTubers I love that could focus on these films.
Right.
And they get such feedback and they do such amazing things. But yeah, definitely just give the trailers a go to begin with. If you like the trailers, consider the films. That's all I'm saying, because obviously a trailer is all any of us need to make a mind up about a film, isn't it? So just treat these.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, yeah, I know what you're saying about that, but sometimes if a trailer's good, obviously, then it makes me want to watch it. But a trailer's purposefully made so that it only shows you a certain amount of information, isn't it? So
yes,
it depends what.
True.
I mean, have you seen the trailer for the latest film? Is it out yet?
No, it's not even been filmed yet. They've not made it yet.
Oh, right, but there is one coming.
Yes, yeah, and the buzz is massive considering they've not even started filming yet.
Right. I was just trying to get into the mind of where it is in terms of like that sort of process.
Yeah, it's meant to be filming in January till March, and then it will release in February 2026.
Bloody hell, March.
And the great thing about that
is a couple of months now to film a movie like that.
Well,
You
Nev
know.
Campbell and Courtney Cox, they've done it from day one. They've been in all of, well, Courtney Cox has been in every single
Oh
one.
yeah,
She knows what she's doing. They're
Courtney
pros.
Cox is in it, isn't she? Yeah, yeah.
She is, and she is dynamite. She's one of my favorite film characters ever.
Right.
But yeah, it doesn't. No, it doesn't take them that long. Not really. I mean, the
It
fifth
doesn't.
one, they only filmed
Modern
between
films
October
don't,
and...
do they? You know, you look at like
No,
old films like in the 80s, the big block. But I mean, didn't Terminator 2 take something like a year and a half to film, or something
I
like
don't
that?
know. I've never seen it.
And then
But yeah, I mean, obviously,
you haven't seen Terminator 2.
No.
You have to watch that. Oh,
Or one.
seriously. Or one. I think we've just found the first movie series for you to watch.
Well, there you go. Then I'll do you a straight swap. I'll do Terminator. You do Scream.
Oh, that sounds like a dare and an offer that I don't really have a good argument against. So what? So you're telling me that? So you're saying I react to Scream or watch it?
Well, whichever. If you do it whichever way you want to do. If you want to just watch it yourself,
I think I'd have to react to it because it puts you in a different frame of mind when you're reacting to something. You don't feel like you're on your own.
It does.
So,
and I think you'd have a good chance of not having any copyright issues because people use clips for it all the time. And you've seen some of the YouTube edits I've made.
Yeah,
they're including Scream clips. So I think you're safe to use it online.
All right then. I think.
Yeah, that'll be the deal. I'll do Terminator. You do that.
Right, I'm gonna have to think about that.
Regret it.
I'm gonna have to think about that seriously. Okay, so Scream film series could be coming to my channel, and Terminator could be coming to Mikey's channel. Although, how many films is there in the series?
6.
6, right?
Yeah.
See, it's a bit different with Terminator because
there's only
2, 3. No, it's not how many films there are. It's how many you should react to. Because once you get past the third one, it's just not even worth it anymore. I like the third Terminator film. I really enjoyed it, but once you get past that, it's not worth it. Really isn't.
Well, that's fair enough. Well, we can sort those details out at a later date.
Yeah, we can.
Because I don't know anything about that film at all.
Yeah. Yeah, but we can discuss that.
We shall, definitely. Oh,
so,
dear.
Speaking of which, I mean, well, you've pretty much just answered the question that I was going to ask, but I'll ask it anyway. Screw it, because you'll probably go off on another great tangent from the question. So the question is, I know it's early days for you in terms of reacting and all that, but do you see yourself going into film reactions in the future?
Maybe. The only thing about it that I don't like is how long it takes.
Right.
Because if it's a film that I really have to get into and really have to focus on, then I may forget to interact with the camera. But similarly, if it's a film that I'm a bit bored with, I might talk too much.
Right.
I mean, also being a smoker, I mean, this has killed me. I've been doing this for over 2 hours now. It's killed me. I'm dying for a fag. But yeah, I think that's another thing. Having to sit in front of a film reaction constantly going, I'd be thinking, oh, do you know, I need to get up in a minute.
There's nothing wrong with, just recording like the first half and then stopping and then starting again. You can edit them together. I do that sometimes.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I've already thought about that. Yeah, that'd be absolutely fine.
Yeah.
But then I look and think, I don't want that to become too much of a habit and then it just looks all splicey. But no, I mean, yeah, I will definitely think about it, but it would have to be films that I'm kind of excited about. I couldn't just take a random film I've never heard of.
Right.
Because, I'd have to at least look into it. Someone said, oh, will you react to this film? I would have to look into it, look who's in it, look when it was made. Because I get a bit obsessive like that. I like to read into these things. I like to know who the actors are.
Right.
I like to look at the content warning because I don't like certain things.
Okay.
So But yeah, I mean, if it met all the, I know this sounds silly for someone that's meant to be reacting to things, but I would have to go into it with criteria because I don't want to go into it with a closed mind.
Right.
If I went into something going, oh, this is going to be all guns and car chases, and it's going to be all effing bitch that, and do you know what I mean? Because that's not my kind of thing.
Yeah. Yeah, I
I mean,
get what you
I
mean.
can watch that kind of thing, but I don't want to sit reacting. Because the last thing I want to turn into is a critic. And there's a fine line, isn't there, between reactor and critic?
Yeah,
I don't want to sit there and be going, oh, for God. Oh, yeah, look, you got that bloody car is managing to go 80 miles an hour. Yeah. Won't go to 8. Do you know what I mean? You know, they do these random car chases. And you go, yeah, as if that thing has got to that speed. It's a manual for a start.
Right. That's actually surprisingly popular.
In a manual, you're at 60.
People watching films and complaining about them, surprisingly popular. So
yeah,
don't write that off totally.
Don't critic.
Yeah, don't write it off totally because people enjoy. I mean, I used to enjoy watching CinemaSins, but then I realised that most of the stuff that he complains about is wrong about it, so I don't like him anymore. But I used to like him.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah. Right. So okay. So it has to be a film that you feel would appeal to you in those kind of ways.
Into it.
Yeah.
Well, it would have to for me to give an honest reaction, because if it's gonna bore me, then it's gonna be obvious, isn't it? If I'm bored and not interested, the audience is gonna know.
Yeah, you don't want to be sat there not being
I don't want the audience. No, exactly. And neither would I like to sit there and be a bit overwhelmed by what I'm watching.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? If something was very intense or very sad, well, actually, no, not sad. Sad's not a problem. If something was intense, like, you know, like a psychological film.
Yeah.
Where you're constantly working things out. If it was a bit too intense, I'd be constantly pausing it.
Yeah.
And I'd be having to sit and think about things, and I'd just go, oh, I don't know, it wouldn't be right, but do you know what? What would really be good for me to react to? That'd be a good comedy. A good comedy film.
A good comedy film. Just right.
Preferably late 90s, early 2000s. Something along the same part as Big Mama's House.
Golden age of comedy films, that.
Yes. That strong era of like 90s to probably 2005.
Yeah.
Anything from there is a comedy.
I'd go a bit further ahead because there's, but yeah, I mean, maybe up to
that's just an example.
20, yeah, I know. Yeah, all right, yeah. Okay. Well, I mean, if we found a good comedy film from that era, then you'd consider doing it. That's great. And that is a popular topic in reactions to films. There's a lot of people doing them now. You know, there's channels that have done like the Bad Boys films and Big Mama's House and anything with Adam Sandler in it is also very popular. So
yeah, I love those films, Murder Mystery 1 and 2. I love those. It's too bad I've seen them.
I think I watched the first one.
The second one's even better. Trust me. 10 times better at least.
I think I watched the first one. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, go and watch the second, honestly.
That's good to know. It's good to know that you'd consider doing that.
Mm-hmm.
So, right. Yeah, sorry, go on.
No, I was going to say, obviously, if you want to continue to be doing podcasts and stuff, I don't mind coming back one day. We could just do one where we just talk films. Because we've seen to have spent a lot of time on the subject of films, which tells me we could make a strong podcast out of films.
Do you know what? I'd absolutely love to do that. What do you reckon, guys? A podcast about discussing films, and that'd definitely... Yeah,
send us questions. Send us questions, give us films we can talk about, ask us if there's films that we haven't seen.
That's actually what I was just about to ask. I was just about to say, does anybody want to ask us any questions now? Because I am starting to think about ending this, because we have been at it for 2 hours now.
So, we have, and I'm starving.
Yeah, and Mikey's starving, and he needs a fag. So, if anybody has any questions, please send them in.
Yes, either of us.
And
we'll have to plan this. We'll actually have to properly plan this.
Yeah. Callum James says he's going to have to get
by
going
then
now.
I'll be able to do it through YouTube.
He needs to get his tea done before it's too late.
Have a nice evening.
Yep. thanks for joining,
Yeah,
Callum.
I'm thinking the same. I've got my poor mum in there. She'll be starving and all.
Oh, yeah, you need.
Bless her.
Oh, right. Come on, guys. Send in some questions so we can get wrapped up.
Yes.
If there is any
But yeah, I
questions, that
definitely
is.
think we get a good draw there. What the amount of time we've just covered talking about films alone,
Yeah.
I think we get a really good
I mean,
audience for
the
that.
fact that we filled up
And also
2 hours in the first place is great for
I
the
know.
first podcast
amazing.
ever.
Yeah, but to be fair, how many hours do we fill just by sending messages?
True.
So actually talking face
Yeah.
to face, sort of.
That's
is
true,
Obviously
yeah.
going to do well. And I've really enjoyed this, by the way. I mean, I've known you now for almost a year. Like I say, it was Christmas Eve when I found you last year, so it's nearly a year.
Yeah.
This is the first time we've ever actually spoken without typing. I mean,
Oh.
apart from when we sent the little Snapchat videos or the ones on YouTube.
We haven't
Apart
actually.
from that,
Yeah, we
this is
haven't.
the first actual conversation we've had.
Yeah, we've never had like a video call or anything, have we?
No,
yeah,
never.
what?
Never. I know. But I'm thinking we're going to have to start to, because I think today we had a bit of a bad start today with this, didn't we? I think
Yeah, we did.
we need to be,
Yeah.
we need to be a bit more planned. We need to maybe do video or voice calls, whatever. We need to do that a bit more often, because I think texting, sometimes I'll disappear for a couple of hours if I'm watching telly. You'll have your few hours where you're reacting, and we're both like, oh, come on.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think we need to try and make a habit of it and just try and talk properly and organize things for the future, because I think we can make a go of this. But I'm not saying I'll be in every podcast you do. But if you want us to do a series, I don't mind.
No, I'd love to do a series. I mean, honestly,
we could do all sorts: films, music.
I'd love to do this as much as possible with as many different people as possible. So the more that we do it, the more popular it's going to get, and the more. I mean,
exactly.
I won't lie. I put a post on the local town Facebook group today before we did this, asking if anybody wanted to get involved with it by like helping or being a guest. So if more people, the more people, the better, honestly. So yeah, definitely. I'd love that.
Nice one.
I have always wanted to do a podcast of my own. It just seems like so much fun, and yeah, I'm really glad that the first episode was with you, because it's gone really well.
Thank you very much.
I was glad
to be here.
I don't think there's been 5 seconds where either of us were silent.
No. Apart from the beginning.
The beginning was a disaster. If you haven't been here since the beginning, then yeah, it was bad. But we know for next time now.
Yes, we do. I will definitely be happy to come back.
Yeah, absolutely. Definitely up for that.
So yeah, we want to work it out together, make lists of what we want to do, etc.
Yep. Yeah, we'll plan
bit more planning.
Bit more planning in detail in future, definitely.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. But as the first one, I don't think we did too bad after we got all the tech sorted. So yeah.
And you know what? The viewers have been consistently high as well. I mean, in terms of how many viewers I normally get on a live video, it's been a lot better than I expected. So I'm glad for that. And obviously this isn't the end. It's going to get posted as a video and people can still watch it. So
yes,
that's great. Yeah.
I'll be one of them.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm really happy with how this has gone. So there's one question from Park or somebody who said, has either of you seen 4 Men in a Car with Rick and Aid comic strip? And if not, can you react to it? So I'll just answer that by saying I'm reacting to the comic strip show, so I'll eventually get to it. And Mikey, you answer it. Go ahead.
Yeah, I've never seen it, so I could get round to it.
Yeah,
I do that comic strip series thing. But I think I need to do, I'm trying to say this without it sounding dirty. I need to react to more episodes of Bottom first.
Yeah. Start at the beginning.
That was nice and clean. Yeah, I've kept that relatively clean. Yeah.
We kept something clean, finally.
Yeah.
Oh no, actually, I'll ask you this on Messenger another time. This can wait.
Okay.
Yeah, so that is the only question. So I guess we can start to close the show now, if you want to call it a show.
Yeah.
So, first of all, I just want to say thank you to everybody who's joined and watched and sent in the questions and the messages. There's been quite a lot of messages, actually. And I appreciate every single one. So thank you to everybody who joined us. Thank you to everybody who's watched or has been watching. If you're watching the non-live copy of this, then thanks for watching that as well. Please like it, subscribe. Check the description so that you can find a link to Mikey's channel. Go over to his channel, subscribe to his channel, and watch his videos. It's definitely worth your time. Thank you, Mikey, for joining me for my first ever podcast. I've absolutely loved this. Honestly, I've absolutely loved this. It's been an absolute blast.
I have. I've really enjoyed myself. I really have. It's just flowed so well.
And it's felt
Not
so
that I had any
casual.
doubt, but yeah. It's been,
I thought it was going to feel all, like...
It
hasn't, has it? It's just been like a normal chat.
No.
I've loved that about it. So
I have. But it's just like one of our texting sessions. It's just like that.
Yeah, definitely.
This is how we are over the phone.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I'm glad we're able to do it. Like I say, it's been almost a year and we've actually physically spoken.
Yeah. It was a long time coming. There's one question, another question. Suddenly Frogs has said, how about a double reaction? Is that possible? Well, we've actually discussed that, haven't we?
Yeah, we have, yeah. We've been looking into that, yeah.
We definitely want to do it, I think. Well, I do. Do you?
Absolutely, yeah, definitely.
Yeah, right. Well, there you go.
Yeah.
We want to do it, so if we can work it out, we'll do it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. We will. We'll work it out for you. We'll do it for you.
Yeah, definitely. Right.
Yeah. Give us about 6 months.
Well, it took us how long to get this sorted? Yeah. God, that was so embarrassing. I thought tonight's the night I'm finally going to get something done on time. It'll start bang on 5 o'clock, and it was about 5:10 by the time we got it sorted.
I was scared. I thought I'd ruined it. I thought, fuck no, I've ruined it.
I should have seen it coming because, I don't know.
Yeah, anyway, don't worry about it. We sorted it. We sorted it. We got it in the end.
And we got a good podcast
Move
out
over
of it.
Anton Deck.
Move.
We did.
I think we'll have to do this a few more times before we say move over Anton Deck.
Yeah, well, they're a bit past it, Give them a swift kick. They'll be all right.
Is that what? This time, I'm a Celebrity. That's finished now, hasn't it?
It has, yeah.
So then,
you never know. This is where
they're not working at the moment, are they?
I don't know. I ain't got a clue.
Oh, we're going to say if they're after a job. Get them on.
What, join us here?
Yeah, you could have one on your camera, one on mine, one each.
Yeah, we can.
That'd work, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm not bothered which one I get. Oh, you pick Deck, so I get the one who crashed his car, do I? Yeah, I thought so. I thought that was the one I got.
Do you know what? I forgot about that completely.
So did everybody else, it seems.
Yes.
Everyone forgot about that really quickly, didn't they?
Mm.
It was just like...
Yes, they did.
All of a sudden, it don't matter.
Yeah. One of the people on this year's programme was a podcaster. So you never know. This time next year, could be me and you.
It bloody will not. Yeah, you wouldn't catch me dead on that show. Not a chance.
No way.
No chance.
We'll do Big Brother instead, or Dancing on Ice. You pick.
Well, I mean, dancing on. I mean, I remember ice skating. It's a bit taxing. I'd rather do Big Brother.
Yeah, we'll do that then. See, just get to DOS for a month. That's fine.
Yeah, that's why I want to do it.
Yeah,
that's why
take a month off.
Yeah, take a month off. That'll be me 1 month sabbatical from YouTube. Yep. Appear on Big Brother.
Yeah, all the viewers, none of the work.
Exactly. Yeah. Someone else does it for you. They broadcast it. Yeah. Oh God, this has been absolutely ace. I've loved this. Anyway, so yeah.
Me as well.
I am going to let you go now because I know that you've got things that you need to do. Thanks for appearing on the show. I'm so glad that it's gone how it's gone. Without any issues.
Too much. Yeah. So not to sound too much like I'm on Graham Norton, but thank you for having me.
Oh, you're absolutely fine. I'm just.
I can't wait till you've had like. I can't wait until you've had like 80 guests, and then I'll be there, dead bitter at the end, be like, "I was the first one.
Yeah.
I'm OG."
Yeah, in the future, I'll have somebody like, I don't know, Kevin James on or something, and then you'll be like, yeah, but I was the first. I was the first, Kevin. I walked so you could run.
Yeah, I did. Watch it.
Oh, I've loved this. We're doing this again very soon.
We are. We're doing it again.
I'm not going to wait until...
Try and make it
Let's not talk about that now.
Wait until what?
We'll talk about this between ourselves, yeah?
Not get anybody too excited.
Yeah, let's not do that. Right. Yeah. So thanks.
We'll make plans.
Yeah, we'll plan it. So thanks for appearing on the show, Mikey. I've absolutely loved it. Anything you want to say to the viewers before you go? Then go right ahead. Now.
Just thank you. Yeah, just thank you so much for joining us, helping us to make this the success that it has been. We've had a lot of fun. You've joined in. It's been really great. Thank you for supporting the both of us, both here and on our separate channels. Yep. Please continue to do so and just watch this space because this is happening again.
Yep, it is.
Even if I have to go all the way up to Keighley, and drag him, I'll do it.
It will happen again. Right, well, there you go. You've all heard it
I won't drag him.
Well, yeah, you've all heard it from both of us now. So we can't go back on it. We will be back doing this.
No. We will.
So, thank you, everybody, for watching.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mikey, for appearing. And
thank you for having me.
We will see you all again soon.
We will.
And I'll speak to you, Mikey,
speak to you later.
Yep, I'll speak to you later.
Yeah, I'll speak to you.
Yeah. Good night, mate. See ya.
Good night.
Bye.